We live, we live, we live. We live, man. We live and in action. It's hard, I'm a little late. Do another podcast, but I'm here. I'm here. Let's talk about some Carnell Tate. Let's talk about some Carnell Tate, right? And should the Saints draft Carnell Tate? Should the Saints draft Carnell Tate? We could go into his numbers, look at his numbers in a minute. Um, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? What up? In the Bill Jared G. My bad, I'm late, man. My bad, I'm late. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting for TJ to get off his podcast so I could have a full house. And I had to do another podcast. My NBA, my nigga Zam Sports. But I'm here, and we're gonna talk about it. I'm here, and we're gonna talk some football. We're gonna talk. I know I was gonna be here, so it's all good. You know I'm gonna show up. Izzy six, you heard me? But let's get it, man. Let's talk some Saints ball, man. How y'all feel about Carnell Tate? Who do y'all want? Right? What's up, still, Matic? What's up, brother? Let's talk some ball, man. Let's talk some ball. What's down with you? Daniel Berry Sports in the building, man. What's down with you, brother? What's down with you? Let's talk some ball, man. Y'all want here for the Drew Brees debate versus Tom Brady? Go back and check it out. It was on point. Uh, it was a good ass debate, man. It was a good ass debate. Uh, he's talking about Monday Night Raw. He said you were using my guy. Yeah, yeah. I had to cut up, man. I had to cut up. You heard me? I had to. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was talking crazy, man. I went Monday Night Raw on these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? What's down with it? Ethan in the building. He said, I think Lemon or other wide receiver guys, if they're available with Ohio State, got to take the most flashy and reliable guard possible, or the best guard possible. Anyone to give Tyler the best weapon possible. I agree. That's a good statement you just made, brother. Um, I think Lemon too. You know what I'm saying? I feel Cornell take that. Maybe they go that route. Not just to see them bringing in Lemon and doing nothing with them, but maybe it's just to confuse people, throw people off. We good with Ohio State receivers. That's true as well. I know we good with Ohio State receivers. The flashy guy. That's why I want to listen. A lot of people shitting on the wide receiver part. You know what I'm saying? But don't take it for granted. One of these guys pluck. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm not taking an injury prone ass Joy Tyson in the first round, right? But he said the best guard possible. Anyone to give Tyler help, right? I wouldn't go O line in the first round unless it's a later round pick, but I wouldn't. And I'm saying, but I'm looking to wide receiver. That wide receiver, the elite wide receiver, man. It's either Cornell. I didn't narrow my thing down to Cornell Tate, and Lemon. Uh, Most likely, I didn't get the. I don't know, like maybe because it's not like Lemon was gonna fall that far. I don't see him drafting Makai Lemon only because I just never. I usually you hear rumors around it. You hear rumors people mock drafting it, but the visit he didn't even. They brought Tyson in on the visit and Tate. So I don't know why Makai Lemon wasn't on their radar, which is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? For Makai Lemon not to be on their radar. But let me share my screen. Um, let's see. Let's pull up some of Cornell Tate stats. Uh, okay, listen. Let's go to Cornell Tate. What I do like about Cornell Tate is his average. His jack after his average on averaging damn near 17 and a half first down and a half. So let's go to Cornell Tate. Let's pull him up. Let's pull the brother up, which I think I ain't gonna lie, this dude nice, man. He's pretty shifty. I know people say, "Well, I thought you said Cornell Tate was trash." I never say that. I said if I was going by numbers and what was statistically better, but when you look at the average, you look consider that he was playing behind Jeremiah Smith. You know what I'm saying? You have to take that in consideration. Um, you have to take that in consideration. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like you said, he's 6'3", so he a big body receiver. So he looks smaller than what he is, bro. I just don't know why. Maybe because he's skinny. You said don't argue like last time. Maybe because he's skinny or whatever. We're gonna debate, brother. Um, let's just look at his stats. Let's go into some of his stats. What's up, brother? Uh, Receiving, right? Like this is something that I'm impressed with, right? I'm very big on average, right? What's up, man? What's up? What's up? Yeah, he just skinny. Must be. What's up, Billy? The scapegoat. He not escaping early tonight. We so good to see Billy, man. I love Billy, man. Ooh, Billy be trying to escape this motherfucking chat, but he been consistent with us, man. We love to see Billy. Um, this is what I'm excited about, right? I'm feeling this average, and I got the link in the chat too, Billy, if you want to come on. The average is what I'm impressed about. 14.7, 14, shit. 14.1, right? 17.2. You feel me? So this is what I'm excited about. Career 15.5. Because this is showing that this guy averages. I don't think you're saying this is kind of hard to do. The average of first down and a half. Like this guy's averaging the first down and a half. Like 17. You're getting 17 point 2 average, right? I believe Michael Thomas was on average maybe a 12 or 0.3 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that was something like that would happen, man. So it's good for that shit to happen like that. It was kind of like Michael Thomas. A lot of people try to shit on Michael Thomas. We seen the video earlier. Shout out to my nigga TJ, man. At the Saints State of Saints podcast. TJ Sports bringing it out. I was telling y'all about the guy Matt Moscona. We just seen it in his video. Um, with Matt Moscona, just hating on Michael Thomas, called him out. Listen, I ain't got no problem with Matt Moscona. You know what I'm saying? But he do say some questionable shit. It makes it seem like he, what I'm saying, he be hating on the Saints sometimes. He's negative, very negative. Like when it come down to Mike Thomas. Come on, dude. Mike Thomas is a legend, man. Like shit that happened with Chris Olave is not a number one, or he can be a number one. He have to be a high number one. But like I said, man, I know people got their own opinions, but sometimes it's like, whew, pump the brakes. That's how he said I never have a problem with Ball Matt. Yeah, man, he said some wild shit. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? You know, he just like, come on, bro. Like we know Michael Thomas, bro. Michael Thomas, dude, broke the reception rate of 149 yards per catch. On broke Marvin Harrison record, bro. Michael Thomas before he got injured, bro, could be on pace damn near broke for the greatest of all time. He had a 1,700-yard season, but some guys just want shit to talk about, man. They can't shit on Michael Thomas, man. Michael Thomas, bro, was the reason. Remember that nigga had like 200 yards against the Rams. But like I said, man, shout out to Matt Moscone. He's a cool guy, but he got some wild ass fucking takes. They was going back on Twitter and shit like that. So, but like I said, this guy, Carnell Tate, I don't know why he remind me of Emmanuel Sanders, but he does. You know what I'm saying? He remind me of Emmanuel. What number 17? He kind of he got his body build. He got the body build of Emmanuel Sanders. Like Emmanuel's like that slender type, elusive. I think wide receiver 2. Oh, I think this guy could be a 1, man. I think Carnell Tate could wind up being a wide receiver 1. And you can't take 9 touchdowns. What Olave had 9 touchdowns. 17.2. And I'm not really worrying about this number because he was playing behind probably the best receiver in college football in Jeremiah Smith. So you can put up those numbers, ask them, that's good. So you was 17.2, bro. That's good, man. 17.2 on average. Like Tyler Shuck will have a field day with this nigga, man. Tyler Shuck will have a field day with this nigga. I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling that, bro. Like I'm feeling this Carnell Tate pick. Yeah, Mekhi Lemon. I just didn't see them bring Mekhi Lemon in for a visit. So it's hard for me to believe that they'll just get Mekhi Lemon, because Mekhi Lemon is not projected to go in the top 10. He's projected to Maybe go to the Rams, but I don't know, man. Like, uh, maybe Tate could be a better fit. I just didn't not hearing nothing about Mekhi Lemon, but I wouldn't mind taking Tate. But if he gonna be there, if Carnell Tate is number 8, the Saints gonna take Carnell Tate. Um, just looking at all these people that want a receiver, if they didn't have so many edge rushers, good edge rushers like that you can't pass up on the draft, like Orville Reese, Sonny Styles, these guys. I don't know about Sonny Styles, but Orville Reese, David Bell, we know they're gonna get taken before your boy. But I don't know if Carnell Tate on the board, I'm not passing up on Carnell Tate. I think he fits our system perfect with Kellen Moore. I think he'd be like kind of like a Devontae Smith was when Kellen Moore coached him. Do the dirty work, uh, clean up. You know what I'm saying? Have big bombs, big plays. You feel me? Stuff like that, man. I can't see him passing up on Cornell Tate. What y'all think? Do y'all want Cornell Tate? Do y'all want to draft a wide receiver in the first round? We need receiver play, man. You look at the Saints, 18 point. Um, let's go look at the. Let me see if I got yards per game. Let's see. You look at, we can see we was clearly at the bottom half in our offense. Right here. Let me share my screen. This is where the dilemma comes. We say it was Devon Bailey, but Devon Bailey is injury prone. We didn't see enough of him to crown him as a wide receiver number 2. Now, a lot of people got a faith in Devon Bailey, and that's okay. But I need somebody I know going to produce right away. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Devon Bailey could be a 3. I don't think he's going to be better than Cornell Tate. Cornell Tate is just that guy. The offense is going to be tailor made around him. So you got the New Orleans Saints right here that was averaging 18 points a game. This is horrible. This is not good, man. Only behind what? Uh, Look at this. The Vikings, not the Vikings, the Jets, the Cleveland. We know these bottom half teams, Tennessee and Las Vegas. That's not good. 18 points. So I mean, like, I don't know why this is a hot topic of people saying they want to skip up and like. Listen, Chris Bell, I'm fine with it in the second round if we do go a defensive end, right? But bro, I'm not gonna just pass up on the wide receiver. I'm not gonna take that shit for granted. Um, Chris Bell coming off an ACL injury, we don't know what it's gonna look like. I'm not saying that the guy is not gonna be good, but I'm not. I'm trying to have my offense ready to go week 1. I'm not trying to wait week 4, week 5 for somebody to get back, and then you slowly working them in. I don't want that shit. I just don't. Um, Nothing against Chris Bell. Just I think he's gonna be a good player, but I don't have time. I'm not waiting week 5 to see what my offense is gonna really look like with him coming off that injury. If you're not gonna be ready to go for training camp, this is gonna be the excuses and like, okay, let's give him some time. Like, I'm not trying to give some time. I'm trying to go out and win a motherfucking Lombardi, man. And it's nothing against Chris Bell. It's just I don't want to draft him because the injury. He got at ACL. Shit, that early, you might have another ACL. Jordan Tyson, hell no. I'm not drafting that nigga. I don't even if he fall in the 3rd round, maybe to bring in some more receiver depth. But listen, bro. I'm not drafting no injury. I don't like injury prone players. You know what I'm saying? We're already dealing with Chris Olave, and we don't know if he had a blood clot in his lung. Like shit that just happening, not even related to football. We don't know what the next injury gonna be with him. Cornell Tate played in all of these games. Let's go look. How many games does Carnell take? I just like a healthy receiver, man. Like, know how to take care of your body. Sometimes it goes down to you eating the right things and putting the right shit in your body. A lot of these guys, might be all kind of junk food and shit. We don't know. Not eating the right type of vegetables or some shit. All right, so Carnell Tate. So you see the Saints at the bottom half. Um, I don't know if they say how many games he played. Where's that? So we'll see. They don't say games played. I don't know why. Maybe the screen is too zoomed in. But like I said, man, Billy the Scapegoat said, I've been out on Tyson for a while. If we end up going Lemon or Tate, I'll trust Keller's pick. I'll trust it too. I limit or Tate. I just don't see no. It's kind of suspicious that the Saints didn't bring him in, Makai Lemon in for an interview. That's just what I'm saying. That's why it's kind of hard for me that they're gonna just okay, they're gonna take Makai Lemon. Now I just don't know. I want Tate, man. I just want a receiver, man, that could add to that core, add to Tyler Shuck. Like we don't. I am not gonna get into this shit where we not moving the ball. Let me say. Let's just say Mansell Delane is not who we say he is, or he a half of who we say he is, and our defense could get better. I don't think that flips the whole script. Yeah, you could put Kool-Aid on somebody else, and Quincy Riley could maybe offset some stuff in the back. But what if Mansell get hurt? What if I'm not saying get hurt, but what if he not as we're projected and we still gotta put him in the zone matchup? I know he's a man corner, but I'm just saying like, what if the defense it kind of change around it? And what if other guys just get worse or not falling off? I don't think I see one corner could take up right side of the field, but I'm not doubting Mansell Delane, y'all. I'm not saying gonna be a Jeff Okuda either, but I'm just not. I think I got more faith in Carnell Tate on the offensive side of the ball than I do on the defensive side of the ball because this is the thing. People say the premium position, right? But if you look at the Saints' overall roster, we finished top two. We had a top 10 defense last year. Let the guys continue to develop. It's not like you have to. You say, okay, left for Alontae Taylor. Fine. Alontae Taylor wasn't the best cover guy. It was Quincy Riley, right? But we can get better. We added more pieces. We added a Caden Ellis, right? So on the offensive side of the ball, what I'm looking at is 18 points. We got add Travis Etienne. Fine. What did we add in the passing game? We're not gonna get no weapons, right? I don't believe that you can sit up there and just say you're not gonna get no weapons, bro. That's kind of ridiculous to me. That's kind of ridiculous. Let me see. Okay, Ethan says if we draft a running back before the fourth round, I will crash out because it would be a wasted pick. Yeah. Hell, if we drop a running back in general, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. And we already got two competent running backs to produce our team. I couldn't agree with you no more, Ethan. I couldn't agree with you even more. I start seeing motherfuckers talking about Mike Washington. I'm like, wait a minute. Then y'all talking about it in the fourth round. Like, I'm like, wait a minute. Do we need to go D tackle? A running back? Some of these mock drafts I'm seeing just starting to get ridiculous to me, y'all. What's up, 95? It's getting ridiculous. Why the fuck would you draft a running back? Right? Why would you be under the influence, some kind of fucking mind control, right? Potion to draft a running back. We got two running backs on the roster. Alvin Kamara, if you telling me you basically saying one of these guys gonna be better than Alvin Kamara, bro, we got two running backs. Alvin Kamara at this stage of his career as a running back two is a solid piece. He had running back two numbers, 472 yards is running back two numbers. So that shit would be stupid. If you want to do it when he retire, go ahead, bro. Be my guest, but don't fuck up the draft, man. You got niggas talking about they want Mike Washington and come on, man. What the fuck we got like 9 running backs on the team already. That would be a wasted pick. You're right. That's a wasted pick, bro. He said Jerry G said I'm good. What's down with it? What's down with it, brother? 985J, what's down with you? Who that to you? He said, Ethan says, if we get a running back, we gotta get one undrafted and test him and see if he survives in training camp or replace Ty Chandler for a site. But exactly. Then we didn't even see what Audric Estimate gonna be. We didn't even see what Devin Neal could turn out to be. You know what I'm saying? I'm opposed to not even like if I'm telling him I'm not even fucking with a running back. We got a Travis Etienne. That's good. That's good enough, bro. We need to address pieces that we don't have. He said he's not even an option for me. I think they're gonna use Chandler in the special teams game. Yeah, he punt return option. Yeah, I figured that yet. But bring a motherfucker like you said. Bring a UFA, a UFA, unrestricted. I mean, undrafted player. You know what I'm saying? I just like I'm just not opposed to it, man. I'm not a big fan of it. I hear mock drafts. I hear bullshit mock drafts coming out every day. Running back, get out, my man. Come on, dog. Stop it. I don't want no motherfucking running back. A running back does not help us. You talk about a guy that might not even see the fucking field. What are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? At best, the 7th round. But then you got Keandre Miller. They're not cutting Keandre Miller. Nobody ain't gonna want. They only paying him what, $1 million. Keandre Miller, they still got a little faith in him. Billy the scapegoat, man. Join the pod. What's down with it, brother? Who that to you, baby? What's down with you?
What's going on?
What's down, man? We ain't been escaping the last few nights. We appreciate you.
Now we were just talking about running backs, and I felt the need to move up and potentially just give a contrasting view to this, right?
With who?
I said I just wanted to give a potentially contrasting view to this, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not necessarily to not necessarily to come in and just say you're wrong, but I just want to pick your brain about it, honestly. So let's just say thought experiment first. Do you remember when the Indianapolis Colts took Anthony Richardson?
Yeah.
Who else was on the board at 4 that they could have taken that is now seemingly a generational running back?
Was it Jonathan Taylor?
So no, they had Jonathan
Oh
Taylor
yeah,
on
you got
the
him.
roster, but there were 2 running backs available that everybody is touting as being potentially generational, and that's Bijan Robinson and
Oh,
Jameer
okay.
Gibbs. So,
Jeremiah Love shit, huh?
and that's what I'm saying about Jeremiah Love is like now. Again, not saying I necessarily agree that he could become Bijan Robinson, but that's one of his main comps is, the receiving game. He's basically a wide receiver, but he
Mm-hmm.
also wears his size really well to the point where he's 215 pounds at 6 feet tall or
Right.
5'11, however his official measurements ended up being.
Mm-hmm.
If we could get Jeremiah Love on the roster, like let's just say he falls to 8, do you think that Audric Estime beats him out in terms of like a training camp spot?
Fuck no, not no Jeremiah Love.
Do you think potentially he could rival Alvin Kamara with his current performance and
Yeah,
injury
yeah, he
history?
gonna, but he gonna. I think they'll shelf Alvin Kamara after that. But if they draft him. That's why I don't. That's why I don't really want to draft because I can't see. I don't want Kamara to go like out like that, man. Like give him one more year. You know what I'm saying? I don't disagree with you, bro. I don't think it's a horrible pick, right? If he generates, I don't think he fall that far. For me, to be honest, I think the
I agree.
Titans or somebody grab him. There's no way that he getting past to 8. You know what I'm saying? With especially with people that need offensive efficiency. But
Mhm,
just say hypothetically do fall. I just feel like why go out and get like I mean Travis Etienne is kind of like what that's gonna do to his pride. Like I know sometimes you can carry 2 running backs. We see it with
mhm,
Ty Montgomery and Jameer Gibbs, but we also see. I'm just saying, like as far as if we could address another big need like wide receiver, I wouldn't see the need to go. And like you said, we went in free. So I know we got ETN, but it's like the way ETN is used, you can use him in the screen game as well. Just like I don't see that world. You got to have your personnel got to change all the way up. Then
mhm.
you might have to run a 20 personnel. And I know Kellen Moore really like to stick to his 12, 13. So I don't really know or 11. I don't see a world where it's just he because he's not a like if we go look at what Kellen Moore had right with Philly,
Mm.
Saquon. Now they did utilize the run game right with Saquon, but he had a Jalen Hurts at the what you call him at the
I
helm.
fucking hate Matt Moscona. I
So we
hate that motherfucker.
seen we seen what he can do with the run. We did see what he can do with the running game with RPOs though, but
Mhm,
we also see with Devontae Adams and Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. And I think he want to be more of a pass heavy. I just don't see like to me it just feel like it's overloading the what you call because like Jeremiah Love, you don't draft a guy like that if he's not going to be the day one starter. That's a day one starter. But Travis Etienne, you mean tell me if he come on a bench, bro, that's going to be like some controversy. It's different with Jameer Gibbs because Jameer Gibbs took over and really took over at that position. It was you. They was just slowly working him in. So it's like Yeah, you can use two running backs, but
They just got rid of David Montgomery, by the
yeah,
way.
I know they got rid of him. They got rid of him,
Mhm.
and it wasn't starting to. But then, like I said, his production started. I mean, it was not dropping like that, but
They were
you know,
splitting carries pretty heavy.
yeah, it's
You
just
know.
like you have to turn into a run. You have to be. If we get two running backs, bro, we're gonna be a run first team. I can't see that happening under I'm not being I can't see a run first team with the Saints.
So you know that Jeremiah Love was like for a period of time he was thinking about completely switching to wide receiver. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Jeremiah Love, he talked about this during the draft process. He talked specifically about how he saw the wide receiver pay compared to the running back pay, and he also saw the
Yeah,
longevity of the situation, right? Wide receivers
yeah,
last a lot longer in the league. And he was
right.
really thinking about, switching straight up to receiver. And then I heard Lewis Reddick, who, if you know Lewis Reddick, he was one of the only people talking
Tyler
about
Shuck
Tyler Shuck.
fan. Yeah, he a Tyler
Yep.
Shuck fan.
He was one. He might have been the only guy talking about Tyler Shuck
Right.
before anybody else, and he called that Tyler Shuck was going to be a great quarterback in the league. But he himself said that when he saw Jeremiah Love working out, he had to be told that he was a running back.
Man.
He said when he saw him working out at receiver, he thought this guy was just the best receiver on the team, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm thinking not necessarily taking Travis Etienne completely out of the game plan, but I think we could easily do two running back sets. But with Jeremiah Love, he's got good size on him. People talk about they want a bigger wide receiver. I mean, he's 215 pounds, strong, fast, obviously runs like a running back because he is one, but he runs great routes. He gets open, and he can catch. I mean, the dude's got fucking
Right.
hands. I, I
Right.
I wouldn't be I wouldn't be upset at 8 if he happened to fall, right? Like, let's just say Tennessee, they draft like Ruben Bain,
Yeah.
and then Arizona, they draft like David Bailey or somebody like that.
Right.
And then you see DeLon and Downs go off the board, and Sonny Styles go off the board, obviously after Mendoza goes first.
Yeah.
And then it gets to us, and it's like, oh, okay, we got these receivers, a couple of linemen, and Jeremiah Love there. We could get a 2-for-1 special with Jeremiah Love at wide receiver and running back. And that could completely change up the way our offense is run, like diversified in a good way.
Yeah.
Or we can just straight up go with like a Carnell Tate. I'm high on Carnell Tate. I'm definitely not opposed to getting Carnell.
Right.
Uh,
Right. I'm glad you,
but
because I know you know your shit. That's why even when you say Carnell, tell me okay, yeah, Joey. I mean, Billy knows something because you be on some scouting shit. So I was like, okay, yeah, well,
yeah, and I'm so you said Emmanuel Sanders earlier, but when I watch him, I kind of see Devontae Adams, dude. Like that perimeter, his
yeah,
perimeter
yeah, okay,
ability
yeah,
is
me too.
scary. His perimeter
I
ability
was
is
saying,
scary. He runs really great routes, and he has awesome hands. I can't take anything away from Carnell Tate, dude.
right. Let me get to this comment right quick. You said I seen you on the State of Saints podcast. What's up? Who that to you, baby? Early when we was ripping out Matt Moscona for playing my team. Yeah, Matt Moscona. Listen, dog. Matt Moscona is just he a hating ass nigga,
You
dog.
heard that
Let's just
stupid
keep
shit
it
he
what it
said
is,
though?
bro.
That
Like
other
shitting on
Ohio
Michael
State
Thomas.
receiver.
Like Michael Thomas called him out. Bro, come on, bro. I just feel like dude be like I just seen some of his. He's very negative, man. Listen, I like Matt for just nothing against him personal, but he's a very negative. I like don't just be out here throwing my Saints losses. Don't be saying they're gonna lose or we might not even watch it. We gonna no.
Right.
Well, I like listen, bro. Y'all know me, bro. If we get our ass bust, I'm gonna drill these motherfuckers. The Saints they know they gonna get it.
Mm.
But if we start a brand new fresh season, don't come out there with that negative shit. You know what I'm
Keep
saying?
in
It's like
mind,
almost like you
Matt
want the fucking Saints to lose.
Matt still hasn't like gone back on what he was saying about drafting offensive linemen. He hasn't given Kelvin Banks really any credit for the year he had last year.
Right.
He's still hung up on us drafting a lineman top 10.
That don't make fucking sense. I'm not drafting no lineman and when a lineman could possibly be a bust We seen Trevor Penning. What I'm saying is, I'm drafting up, dude. You had 18 points per game. I'm going wide receiver. I'm getting the help. I won't be opposed to taking a defensive player, but bro, 18 points a game needs to go up. And like you were saying, I just got the personnel packages on the screen. So
Mm.
I believe that Kellen running 11, right?
He
He run
runs a
11
mix of
personnel.
he runs a mix of 11 and 13.
Okay.
He
Oh
loves his
no.
tight ends, man. He really loves his tight ends, dude.
I don't know. That's like some Pittsburgh shit. I don't really. I don't want to use that too many tight ends. Like we got, unless you if you do that, you might want to bring in King and Sadiq. You gonna run a 13, but
It's
I'm
stupid.
I'm opposed to 20. Sometimes like 20. Like I'm really like 20 when they ain't got no tight ends, bro. I'm not really that big on tight. I like, yeah, they can block and shit, but bro, lining out three receivers brings out a lot of trouble. Spread. Where's the what like
We run the like
zero?
spread. Yeah, we
Like
run the
fuck it,
spread.
bro. I wouldn't be opposed to running zero and a one. Five motherfuckers out there and try to stop us.
Do you remember what offense the Eagles when Kellen Moore was the offensive
Nah, what
coordinator
did he run?
in that game against us? Remember that Dallas Goddard play?
No, I don't remember it.
Dallas Goddard, he for the go-ahead touchdown for them to win the game, they come out and I think 11 personnel with Dallas Goddard lined up in the backfield. He splits off, gets in the flat. They hit him wide ass open in the flat, dog, because of all the misdirection with AJ and Devontae down the field. It
Have
was
you ever seen
honestly,
a motherfucker run a double personnel?
I don't think so.
One,
No.
two. That would be crazy. Say you go out and draft Jordan Tyson, Carnell Tate, Makai Lemon, and you just say fuck it, we're gonna line up and stop these five motherfuckers. That would be I think that shit is a very underrated package. You know,
Well,
like,
we our offensive line would have to be insane for us to even begin to do something like that.
but I mean, like, it's only like one tight end what I mean, like that blocks. Sometimes you're not even a blocking tight end. So
Mm.
if I don't think nobody could cover that, bro. I would run a zero personnel. Um, I allow five motherfuckers out straight. Five best receivers come stop us, motherfucker.
Like I think you could probably do that against Carolina.
Right.
You could probably do that against maybe Atlanta now that they lost Caden Ellis.
This is crazy, man. I never really thought about this shit, but I just don't know how people don't use, like, what about this, like the spread offense is not as fancy as well. Like five, I remember they had like five wide out. Shit. Well, we had to be running like
I mean, the spread isn't
uh
as popular as it used to be, mainly because defensive ends have gotten fucking ridiculous, dude. We got
did we
6'6", 6'5" dudes now that are running four threes and four
did we
fours.
not used to run a 10 personnel? One running back, no tight ends, and four receivers, Devery Henderson, Lance Moore, Robert Meacham, and Marcus Colston?
Did we not have Jeremy Shockey back then?
Yeah, we did. So that might have been 11. I could have sworn I seen them motherfuckers on the field at one time. Lance Moore was more of a rotational piece, I believe, but I've seen him on the field quite often.
I mean, for the longest time we had Jeremy Shockey and then fuck Jimmy Graham. Maybe when they left. But even then, like Sean Payton, he liked to have his tight ends block, like that's why we get guys.
What was
Uh
Sean running?
dude, Sean runs. I mean, he's an offensive guru. He runs basically everything. I don't know what his base set was on offense, but I know I would always see a tight end, at least one tight end blocking on the majority of plays.
Let me ask you a question, right? This is a serious question.
He liked two running
I
backs.
see you got a lot of ball knowledge, bro. Do you think football, the game of football, is more mental or physical? Like, do you believe the game of football is won through talent or through
At,
offensive brilliancy, Minecraft type
at what level? The NFL,
uh, at the pro level?
the pro level. Yeah, I mean, at that point, everybody's pretty physically gifted. You were always the man. Once you get
Right.
to the league, it's obviously all mental at that point. But
Mm,
then you got to consider who the coach is. Because I mean, you look at a team like Atlanta, right?
yeah.
People always talk about how talented their roster is, right? But they
Right.
don't win shit. They don't have anybody. They don't have anybody there to organize that team and all that talent. It's basically the Bijan Robinson show, and they don't ever really use Drake London to the best of his ability. I'm thinking like if we had Drake London, the type of shit we be
I
doing is
know, bro.
unholy, dog.
I'm 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 trying to I'm leaning towards you, Billy, as much as I hear you talk, bro. You opening my eyes to a lot of this shit. I'm thinking because listen, I was always opposed. Like you said, you made a good statement when you said about the talent, right?
Mm,
And like everybody can play at the pro level. And we not talking about fourth round, fifth round. We talking about like most people that get drafted in the first round. Some of these guys be bust. Like, and
right.
it's like, how is you a fucking bust and you can't do the same shit? I mean, like other people are doing, and they in the same brackets because sometimes it might be bad situations. Just like you say, okay, let's use Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold.
Mm.
They looked like bust their first few years. Then they move around for some teams. Like think about the teams that dude went through. And we know Tampa's still a little unstable, but they'll be more stable than fucking Carolina and the Jets. Like they got a team that went to the Jets. Like Sam Darnold went from the Jets. He start clicking, I believe, when he went to the Rams or was it the 49ers, one of them. But competent organizations. That's
Yeah.
how he got his flashes. But the mental side of the game of football is like you said, you could get like Jameis Winston, bro. Remember Jameis Winston threw 30 for 30?
Yeah.
And his touchdown to interception ratio went from 14 to 3. Like less touchdowns, but less yards, more touchdowns, less picks, and he had a passer rating of 102 before he got hurt. And it's like organization, you come from that to the Saints, and some of this shit is mental. I believe Dennis Allen,
Oh my
he
god.
just won all them Fresno State motherfuckers. Like he was
He
just
basically
beast.
put the same team that he had in Oakland in the early
Yeah, come
2000s.
on,
He
bring that
basically
shit.
fielded that same team to
Yeah,
in New Orleans, and it
that's
obviously
ridiculous.
is not going to work. You have the same mind. You haven't evolved at all as a coach, so and it's kind of why I don't really have much faith in Chicago as long as he's there, is
Yeah.
because it's going to be the same story as us. They're going to get to the playoffs, and then people are going to exploit that man coverage defense because that's all he fucking runs. His zone schemes are shit. His zone schemes are shit mainly because he gets guys who play man. He wants guys to follow.
And he ain't got no man. Who he got that man press? You ain't got no man corners though.
I mean, but that's the thing. Like, he is good at coaching these guys up into being man coverage corners. He can do
Oh,
it.
okay.
Because like last year, Chicago, I think they were leading. They either ended the
They
year
led the league
leading
in
the league in
takeaways.
interceptions
They
and
led in
takeaways as well.
interception takeaways, yeah.
So
But
like,
they led the league in takeaways, but they was like the worst in coverage. Second, they couldn't cover nobody.
yeah, they gave up a lot of points, even though they were leading in takeaways. They gave up a shit ton of points. I think they were giving up like 21, 22 points a game at one point.
Yeah.
So to me, the best type of defense you could run is what we have. Where if you look at the bulk of our games, like throw away the Seattle game, right? If you're running that crazy 3-4 pattern matching zone scheme that Staley likes to run, that Fangio runs, that what's my guy? Steve Spagnuolo runs. It's gonna be difficult for teams to even figure out what you're doing because you're coming out there and you're lining up the exact same way basically every single time. You're
Right.
not giving them any type of hints as to what you're doing. They don't know if you're in man, they don't know if you're in zone. They don't know if you're playing like a quarter in man and the other half in zone. They have no idea what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you have that disguise, and that's why I say it's mental. It's mostly coaching. Because on the defensive side of things, it's gonna be tough for offenses to figure out what you're doing as far as having good players out there and putting them in the right positions to succeed. But like you look at a team like Tampa where they had Jamel Dean and they're consistently getting bounced, dude. I don't see how Todd Bowles, who's a defensive coach, can't figure that out, man.
Yeah.
I don't. But, I think we're in good hands, man. That's why I'm not really mad if we go. Well, I'm definitely I'm team defense at 8. I think those are the best players in the draft. At least in the top 10 are all defensive guys. And I don't really see much of a drawback of us getting Chris Bell in the second, who
Yeah.
does exactly what we want to do, which is those like over the middle crossers. And he's fucking 220 pounds. He's like 6'2". He's huge.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't know how his medical gonna hold up as far as like, I heard Ross Jackson say he might not even to go to training camp. He might not even be ready to for week one. So
Last thing I heard was that he was training right now.
I don't know, man. Like I'm not opposed to Chris Bell. Um, I just feel like I don't know. Not even just with the injury history. I just guys that get hurt to me at the like you tell your ACL in college and shit.
Right.
Like it's almost like you guarantee to tear your shit at some point in the pros. You know what I mean? Like just having those accidents like early like that. Maybe it's not taking care of your body. Maybe you just injury prone, soft tissue injury. You know the Saints like fucking led the league in soft tissue injuries. Anything like that's why I don't want to take Jordan Tyson. He injured. I just don't really. I don't think not that I don't think Chris Bell because we know people can come back of ACLs. I think he's gonna be a stud. It's
Right.
just I don't want nobody that maybe get to the playoffs and he can't go. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal thing on like Carnell Tate. I think he played didn't miss a game in college. Like, I want a healthy player, like you said. If you're available to go, we're gonna put our best guys out there to go. Like then you got to also take in consideration that I just say Chris Bell give me a little more production than just say they be what and what in production. But I got a
With
guy
who?
that I don't know if he gonna stay injured, but I got a guy that I know I could try out my best 11 every Sunday,
Well,
Thursday, or Monday. I just feel like that's the safer pick because he don't get injured. You know, he don't play the game to get injured. And just Chris Olave, man, he had a blood clot in his lung, like
mm,
shit that don't even got to do with football. Like you know, it's just he gets hurt. And I people talking about Trey Olave. No, keep Olave and keep if listen. If I'm opposed to Olave, if Olave do step his numbers up with Shuck, bro, I don't. If even if this nigga Carnell Tate could come in here and be a number one, ball out, bro, ball the fuck out. I want to dominate. We've got to have a wide receiver number two in today's game for it to pan out. You seen when even when Cincinnati had Von Bell and before they let Jesse Bates and all these guys go, they was in the conference championship 2 back-to-back years. And if not for a bullshit call, they could have won the Super Bowl in Jamal Chase rookie. As soon as they got a receiver because they were supposed to be taking Penei Sewell, they literally shot up the ranks.
mm.
Like and Joe Burrow, what we was playing DC run up to Herbert in the thing rookie of the year, but it went up, bro. Like the receiver can impact the game, and that put let allow T Higgins to play too. Because remember, T Higgins was drafted before Jamal Chase.
See, I'm gonna push back a little bit on that. What happened to Joe Burrow after that? After the 1 year of really good success, where they
Well,
went to the
it was 2 years of good success.
they went to the AFC Championship the next year, but there's something in particular on their team that consistently keeps them away from getting into. At this
They
point,
defense,
not even getting into the playoffs.
But what I would say, I know you're gonna say this, but you gotta. This one I will push back with that.
Mm,
When you talk about the worst defense, like these motherfuckers was 32 and everything, 32, 31.
they're
We talking
ass.
about the worst defense. When
Yeah.
you have the worst defense, then of course you have to address. You can't go nowhere, bro,
Mm,
unless you get coming up lucky and smoking motherfuckers by 40. But by them fixing those interior issues, as far as when they had because the Bengals was 20-2, just like we was when we went to Super Bowl. They
right.
didn't have they weren't dominant top 10, but they were solid. So if you have a solid defense like we got and a dominant offense, you can go far. But what I'm saying is, and then who we believe Chuck is. So long as we not like we finish top 10, long as we not 30th, then it don't. I don't think it doesn't matter. Chris Bell isn't falling to 42. Okay.
Maybe not. Yeah, I was talking about Chris Bell isn't falling to 42. Yeah, maybe not. Who knows? But I mean, like, me bringing up Chris Bell, that was mainly just to show, well, at least in my head, when I look at this receiver class, I mean, I don't outside of really Makai Lemon, who was the Bolitnikov,
Yeah.
and he is insane. Have you seen his tape?
Yeah, I know, bro. He won a Balentikov shit. So I mean, I
Makai
don't see
Lemon
how
is
he ain't higher.
nasty. He's nasty,
But
bro.
they didn't. Nobody not talking. I mean, like I didn't bring
You
him
know
in, so
why that is. You know why that is.
I don't
They
know
they
shit.
want they want him to fall. No, like
They want him to
they go
fall.
they want that dude to fall. But if he fucks up at all, I promise you they're gonna report on it.
Man, I mean, fuck. The Rams look like they trying to go get that nigga.
We
That shit gonna piss me off. I just like I said, I see. So what you say about like you said the defense. You can have a lot of offense, like you said, the defense, bro. If we think Lemon is a top 10 talent, hell yeah.
I
He
think
won a
Lemon.
Palenkoff.
I think Lemon more than any other receiver.
If you win that shit in college, bro, you win a Palenkoff. That says you're the best
Yeah,
in
dog.
college. Even if you wasn't really the best, you was nominated for.
I
You just
mean,
don't win that shit. When Jamal
yeah,
Chase won
that
that
kid's a
shit.
fucking pit bull, dude. He gets after it. He really does get after it, and his
Kind
like
of remind me of a Puka Nakua.
and like we're talking about catching balls over the middle and being aggressive. He reminds me of exactly who he said he models his game after. I'm on Russ St. Brown.
Oh,
like
yeah.
like that's exactly who he reminds me of. They went to the same school, and like when you look at him, that is clearly who he wants to be.
Yeah, Amon Rob, bro, he be getting busy, man. On he
He be
get
getting
them,
fucking busy, dog.
he get when especially and Amon Rob play the slot, don't he?
He plays so it's same with Makai Lemon. He moves around. I think I want to say Makai played like 70% in the slot, but he has so many reps. It's like I
Yeah.
can't really pin him down as a slot receiver, but that's what we're going to use him as to get him over the middle for sure.
And then you can have Devon Vele fuck and play his shit at the two. Like you
I
put him
think
at the
you could.
slot.
So like Kellen Moore's system, he wants to do those overlapping routes, crossing over the middle.
Yeah.
It'd be so nice. You could have Devon in the shallow to intermediate, or you could switch it and do Makai Lemon to the shallow to intermediate, and have Chris Olave running his shit on the perimeter out long because it's like we were talking about with Rashid Shaheed when he got traded.
Right.
I wanted that to happen because
Oh.
from where I stood, I saw Rashid Shaheed taking up a lot of what Chris Olave naturally does well. He
Mm.
is a deep ball threat. So the more time he spends out wide trying to get deep and all that stuff like that, he's a lot of times, and I was seeing this on the field, a lot of times you'd see DBs naturally tracking back because they see, oh, we got Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed on the field. So we know exactly what the fuck's
Yeah,
gonna happen.
right, right.
We know
Okay, yeah.
exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that shit, you right.
It's
These
just a
two DBs, they
personnel
kind of
read at that
predictable.
point.
One motherfucker gonna run up the seam, so you like to say they gonna fuck around and play zone on these niggas.
Right.
Run up maybe a Tampa two or some shit.
Right.
You said
And
Commanders, Saints, Miami,
oh,
Rams,
go ahead.
Jets, Steelers could go wide receiver round in my opinion.
Mm.
Yeah, I, I don't. I think yeah, that's true. Miami definitely gonna have to go receive. They just lost Jalen, which is fucking crazy. Why would you draft Malik Willis and then trade Jalen Waddle? What the fuck?
Where does Miami picks at what, like 10,
They 11.
11? Oh, they're
But I'm
not
saying,
giving
why
to
would you
him.
trade Jalen Waddle when you just brought in Malik Willis? Like you just brought in somebody and you give them no fucking weapons. They gotta go receiver.
You know why bro, they're trying to tank, bro. They're trying to get that first overall pick so they can go and get Jeremiah Smith this year. They're not drafting a
I
receiver
don't know
in
if
this draft in
I'll
the
go
first
for and
round.
say they're gonna tank.
Oh, brother, they're
The only
tanking,
reason I
brother.
said it because I don't think they will go get another get a cause that'll fuck he'll make it unless they all in the agreement of we gonna tank. I don't see how I play do because I don't want nobody talking about I'm playing like dog shit. I don't see how they would get a who did they got a new head coach and the head coach probably like nigga y'all gonna make me look like I'm fucking trash nigga
That's
unless
what they're
it's some
doing.
organization shit.
They're not trying to pay Malik Willis long term. They don't want to pay this coach long term, bro.
That top 10 defense didn't get us nowhere. That top 10 defense didn't get us nowhere.
I disagree with that. I don't think that's true at all. I think the fact that we had one is a lot better than if we didn't. Because if we didn't have a top 10 defense, guess what? We're getting blown the fuck out every game. Whereas I can go back and
Yeah,
look
true
and see
that.
like 3 or 4 games where I'm like, okay, that Atlanta game, that was an offensive failure. Both Atlanta games were offensive failures.
Yeah,
The
and
f-
that's
the
why it got to be a balance. Like with all
but we all
11.
but
That
what I'm saying is
what I'm saying is like we can't get like we can have a top 10. Let's we got like number one, like on some CJ Stroud shit. They still ain't getting
right.
nowhere. But I'm saying like the offense got to be. I feel like the offense.
Oh,
Like I understand that you say like a premium. That these guys might be a premium. What if these motherfuckers is not who they say they is, bro? Like that's why. That's kind of where I'm
well,
going
that
to.
it's like a gamble, right? Like
Well, yeah, gamble. I'm saying, but what if like I'm not? What if they not bust? But what if they're like? What if you drafting another Quincy, a regular like Alante Taylor or somebody that could just barely cut? Like I'm not saying they is, but I'm saying like I feel like if you plug in, just say you plug in a Carnell Tate or one of these wide receivers, even if you say you get a Kenyon Sadiq, right? I feel like these
At
guys
8?
immediately gonna impact. Like you got to think about it. The offense. I think Kellen Moore, because Kellen Moore is an offensive minded coach, so I can't really see him passing up on one of his guys in the first round because he's just like he want one of these offensive guys. And you got this day and age, bro. You have to have a wide receiver number two. You have to have a wide receiver number two, unless you got an
You
elite
know what I'm gonna
defense.
say.
Not just because you got to think about the Saints was top 10 in defense, but we wasn't top. We was 14th in scoring defense. Like
You know what I'm gonna say.
we wasn't getting turnovers or points.
You said specifically wide receiver 2. You know what I'm gonna say to that.
What?
We had a number 2 receiver this year who had one of the best A dots in the league. Okay. Like
Who?
average depth of target. He had one of the best A dots in the league.
Who? Devon Bailey?
Better than George Pickens.
Who?
Devon.
I know you're not talking about Devon Bailey, sorry ass.
His average reception yard. You do know that he was
Bro,
catching
he
damn near
but
everything that was thrown to him, huh?
okay, but listen what I'm
And
saying.
Tyler
When
Shough
he
trusts him.
first
He was catching balls
when Devon Bailey first started off, he was not playing good.
because we weren't using him. Like so, and this is again what I'm talking about with having Rashid Shaheed out there. We were not using him because that spot was already filled. We were running a completely
But I
different
thought
offense
Rashid
with
played the
Rashid Shaheed
slot.
on the field. We were running a completely different offense. We weren't running that type of offense to where we could utilize Devon Vele. Now that we have Chris Olave sucking in all the coverage downfield, it basically leaves Devon Vele either singled or doubled. And he's 6'5". He's 215
Yeah, that's
pounds.
true. That's true. That's
And
true.
he's got some sure ass hands.
That's,
I mean, we can look up Devon's per game stats towards the end of the season where he was catching damn near everything that was thrown to him. Even in the
I
game when he
feel
got
it, bro.
hurt.
I feel like I think Duke conference. I just feel like it's a more I. This is what I feel, right? I feel like it's more energetic. I feel like it's more of a fresh vibe, a fresh start, of momentum of receivers than like because I don't know if you believe. Do you believe energy carries? Do you believe that like like sometimes a new presence is best, fresh? Like what I'm saying is like we had a losing record.
Okay.
I'm saying with Devon, I'm just saying like Devon Bailey came in, it wasn't like nobody was going crazy. What I'm saying is if we bring in a Carnell Tate, this guy is catching 17.2 on average.
In
And
college. In
immediately
college.
it's just like he's gonna get like Devon Bailey is gonna probably get maybe I don't know if he's gonna get second. It just said we don't draft for receive. I don't think he's gonna get second team reps.
Who?
Devon Bailey.
Devon Vele is a number 2 receiver. He's
But
getting
see,
first team
this is
reps.
what I'm saying. The way you view Devon Bailey and the way the Saints view Devon Bailey, I don't think they don't see him like that. Not they wouldn't even be thinking about wide receiver.
Hold on, wait. So we're talking about the guy that Tyler Shough proved. Like you can go look at this, you can go look at the game states, right? Go look at all the game scripts. Tyler Shough, when it was like 1st and 10
Bailey
or
hands. He
third
can't be
down,
compared to Pickens.
or third down. Well, I can compare him to Pickens because his A dot was better than Pickens. You can go look at his average depth of target, and that's all I said
He
is that
said
his
I never
average
seen
depth of
Bailey get
target.
any yak.
He doesn't need to. He's catching the ball 14 yards down the field.
I
But
just
he's catching the ball 14 yards down the field. That's a guaranteed first down, and then he catches everything. But he got hurt, and that's really the biggest issue.
yeah,
Is
and
he
but see
gonna?
that's it. But see, this is the thing. I'm not really necessarily disagreeing with you, bro, because I know you. Because like you said, that you pull up the ETA, that is true. Those ETA stats. But what I'm saying is, I don't think you. I don't really see you as being Kelly. I don't think you. I mean, you his fucking twin. I don't think you Kelly Moore. So what
No,
I'm
no,
saying
I mean,
is,
obviously not. Yeah, no.
I don't think like the way you talking, like you said, I don't. They're not looking at that. Like it's been no speculation about Devon Bailey. Like this guy might get fucking cut for all we know.
Well,
I'm just saying, like,
that
as a because listen, what
that
I'm
is
saying.
bizarre. You
I'm
can't
not
say
saying
that.
I'm saying the way you can see the way that the off season been going, right?
Mason Tipton or Devon Bailey, who gets
But they're
cut?
not. I don't think that they sold on Devon Bailey like that. Like how, like what you see, you might see
Who
some
gave
shit,
him?
but I don't think that they. That's not. I don't think that they. I think they just want a fresh body, but I think they want somebody fresh that could like. Cause you looking at this like a new spark. Cause you
Okay.
also heard Carnell Tate said he would want to play with Tyler Shuck. And I just don't think I'm thinking like the Saints getting sick of this injury shit. Like it's starting to piss me off. Too injury prone players, you out for this time. Like that shit making me mad. And
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
because it's like you like you said, Woody got hurt. When he out the rest of the season with some shit,
He
they
got hurt.
sidelined him.
He got hurt in Carolina. In the we swept Carolina.
And how many games he was out for?
I think just the last two. I want to say the last two games he was out.
And he was It just like it's not enough
He was a
sample size.
midseason. He was an early season addition, so he didn't play much in the first several games.
It's not
And
enough
then
sample size to draw a hypothesis. That's what I'm saying. It's not enough. I don't have enough evidence, right? Supporting evidence that this guy is going to be a goddamn Victor Cruz or some fucking. By the way, you making him seem
well, no, he's not going to be
number
Victor Cruz.
two.
They play a different style of football. But I'm saying that Vele does what Kellen Moore wants him to do, which is run those intermediate crossing routes, and he's very good at them.
Let me
He's
see.
getting open. He's his contested catch rate at one point, if not for the like just the sample size of games he played, he had one of the highest contested catch rates in football.
I think I can see Bailey a rotating three. I don't think they're looking at him. I know for a fact that he's not unless somebody get hurt. I know for a
Wait,
fact
so
Bailey is
so who's the
he's not gonna
two?
be a
Is
number
what I'm
two,
asking.
bro.
Who's the two?
He's not gonna be the two though.
But so like no, I'm asking who's the two then?
It's gonna be Carnell Tate, one of these guys that come out of the draft. Whether they draft a receiver in the first or second round, right? They going receive. They going to get a receiver that can come. They're not gonna just depend on these guys, bro. In his second season, bro. Like the Saints is not gonna depend on Divine Vele to just because it's not enough. Like he could be a decent receiver, but they not looking for unless you believe Divine Vele could be 1,000-yard receiver. They looking for another 1,000-yard receiver, bro. Just like you got to think about how Kellen Moore ran his offense in Philly, right?
He
He
ran the
had
ball.
Devontae Adams, which was a 1,000-yard receiver.
No,
I
he had
mean,
a
not
two
Devontae
thousand yard.
Adams,
He had a two
Devontae
thousand yard
Smith,
rusher, and hold
and
on,
he
he had a
had
2,000 yard
he had
rusher.
Puka Nacua. I mean, not Puka Nacua. He had
AJ Brown.
right. He had
AJ Brown.
what was the motherfucking name?
AJ, you're talking about AJ Brown.
Was it Kyle Allen?
Can you hear me?
I'm fucking with you. Yeah, he had
Yeah.
AJ Brown. So yeah, they were 2,000-yard receivers, and like you said,
But he had
that's
a
he
2,000
wants
yard rusher on that team.
the pressure on. No, he listen, Devon Vele, unless you believe he could be 1,000-yard receiver, which I don't see him getting that much reps. I don't think that he's looking for an explosive like brother dude was they were what number two in offense, number they was around that. They like the shit that they did Kansas City. They trying to demolish teams. He building up that strong offensive front, and he just building the same team that he had in Philly. Building in the trenches. Then you got somebody that can take the top off, like Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith, you asked me, could play. He's really similar to Chris Olave.
Mhm.
But I hear what you're saying about Devon Bailey, but a proven product, Kellen Moore want to go get his guys. Devon Bailey is not his guy. Did he trade for who was it? Who that was the trade? I don't think that he wanted Devon Bailey.
No, they traded to get Devon Vele from the Broncos.
I don't think that was his idea, though. That might have been some Mickey shit. I don't think he believe
Nah,
in Devon Bailey, man. I just don't. I just not. I'm not
yeah.
hearing no reports. If I'm not saying that motherfucker might not be on the
I mean, we're
roster.
not
All I'm
hearing
just
any
saying.
reports about Chris Olave either, and he's up for a contract
I know,
extension.
but I'm saying we still know that Chris Olave. We what I'm saying, Devon Bailey been so quiet. You would think people would be talking. Nobody's talking about him. I'm just saying what I'm hearing. Like nobody did a bid Devon Bailey number two. Like he's in my category. We're gonna be in the same position with Jalen Polk and
I mean,
Trey
like,
Palmer.
wait, well, I personally, I told you, I don't pay attention to what the media is saying about our team because they don't know anything about our team.
No, but that's
This
the
this
thing.
is the
I'm
this
not
is
saying
the
that
same
you
media that
wrong.
was.
I'm not saying that you wrong about how you feel about Devon Bailey. I'm saying whether you feel this way about that, the Saints gonna move like this. That's what I'm saying. Like I could feel some way about Alvin Kamara and going to keep him, but that don't mean I'm thinking like they thinking. Like trying to, I'm like, what the fuck are they seeing? Why are they trying to move off Kamara? So I'm not disagreeing with you in that aspect. I'm just saying I don't think that they fucking with Devon Bailey, bro.
I like I said, I just don't see that. I mean, they traded a guy who the fans loved away to get him more involved in the game plan. And then across that stretch of games, he ends up being really good in those spots where they're using him. I just don't see how that's the case. You know, we don't have anybody else on the roster right now that can even fill in his spot. Like we're gonna put Bub Means there.
He
Like,
tried these guys. I'm telling you, bro. This dude want new people. Tyrone said it's a situation like last year against CA3. While he couldn't throw nobody the ball. Like they not. That kind of like you could say he in that position with Calvin Austin, like Vader. Like he sometimes he could be reliant, sometimes he can't. Like they want. What I'm saying is, oh, we brought in Jordan Tyson, we brought in Carnell Tate. What I'm saying is, I know what this guy. They want fresh legs. They want to bring some talent in. Like they want to. When I'm all I'm could go, all I can mimic is what I've seen from him in previous things. Didn't he have
Mhm.
he was on team when he had CD Lamb and he wants 2,000 yard. He wants he wants 2,000 yard receivers. That's what he wants.
Mhm.
He don't really want. That's what I'm saying because if he did, we wouldn't even be seeing these mock drafts. We wouldn't even be seeing. He didn't even say shit about Devon Bailey. Like that's what I'm saying.
Who
Like I think they.
who didn't say anything about Devon
I'm
Bell?
saying what he didn't say nothing when he was at the owners meeting.
Who, Kellen?
Uh,
Yeah, nah,
he
yeah,
say shit
Randy just
about
said it.
Devon
Yeah,
Bailey,
yeah,
bro.
nah. I was about to have to correct you now. Kellen Moore, he talks about Devon a lot.
In
He
that
likes
meeting,
Devon. He has spoken about. I don't know about it at the owners meeting, but I saw an interview or at least two interviews where he was talking about Devon Vele, specifically his relationship with Shuck. And that's what I'm telling you is that if you go look at these game scripts, not just don't just look at the box score. Go look at where Tyler Shuck is hitting Devon Vele and for how many yards he's hitting Vele for. He's
I just
doing
don't
exactly
trust
what
him
a
as a
number
two,
two is
bro.
supposed to be
I
doing.
don't trust him as a two. I want a fresh receiver, man. I
I mean,
just
I'm not gonna trust a rookie more than a guy that I just saw. So, like, I'm looking at his
what?
contested catch rate right now.
You
His
ain't gonna trust a
contested catch
rookie,
rate.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase.
None of these guys are like that.
We don't know. I'm not saying they're gonna be that like
Oh
that,
wait,
but I'm
no, but
saying
we knew that Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson were going to be dominant in
you
football.
knew
We knew that
Jackson Smith
before
was
they
gonna be
got the league.
dominant.
Jackson Smith, who in Jigba?
Nick Jigba.
He has one of the fastest three cone drills ever. Yes,
Yeah,
the three
but with
cone
his
drill
rookie
is
season,
the
he
biggest
wasn't that
mark.
good. He had 600 yards.
He was so good during his rookie season
He wasn't that good. He had 600
that they
yards,
traded DK Metcalf.
but he
That's
had
how
600 yards in his rookie season. That's not
no,
good.
no. Look, I told you I like the Seahawks. I watch the Seahawks pretty religiously. He was so well liked in that situation that they got rid of their number
I
one.
think DK was just a cancer though.
That had a lot to do with it, but you put up with that bullshit if the talent is there
You
and if they
do,
don't have a
but
better
I
option.
mean, like I trust. I trust a rook. You can't get me to believe that. What Devon Bailey was that when we traded from week 2?
Yeah, it was like week 1 or 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. And you telling me he put up like what 400-500 yards
No,
and
he put up less than that. I'm pretty sure, but
yeah, bro. So I mean, you can't get me to convince that Carnell Tate not gonna be at least 800 to 1,000, at least 800-yard receiver, 700. I'm not falling with that. He's
I
too.
can't. I'm not trying to convince you of that. I'm just trying to talk to you about what Devon did. Like I'm looking at his contested catch rate. He had a
This show.
70.
I'm saying, are you by chance related to this motherfucker?
I wish. I wish I was fucking. I wish I was 6'5". Shit, I think I might have one nigga in my family that's 6'5", or like six
I
five
like the
plus. But
Devon Bailey. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't really fucking with Devon Bailey like that.
well, I mean,
I
look, we'll
just
just
don't
have to
think
wait.
he. I
We'll
just
just have to
don't
wait.
think. I don't think he tried. I just think he a three, bro. I don't until he prove himself. And I'm not saying he can't prove himself. Me, this is just me, bro.
Mhm.
Me in general, when I like, if he didn't put up enough product, like just say like Jawan Jennings, like we
Right.
seen with Jawan Jennings, he put up 800 yards. If we can't
It
really
took
like
years for
see the
Jawan Jennings to
like,
get to
I'm
that.
not saying that the production can't be there. I just don't feel like fucking with developing a motherfucker or whatever. I want to go get a talent that I can see, and I know if I know for a fact, bro, if we get Carnell Tate, we go from 18 points to at least 27.
Hold on. I have to go to Jalen's last comment.
Okay, go to but this one.
Not that one, the one after that.
Okay,
Or
let me
like
go to it.
he had his last comment. He said, "You didn't think Tet would be rookie of the year either. You're
Who
damn
said that?
fucking right. I didn't think that Ashton Genty was gonna get put on the worst offense ever assembled by Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly. I did not think the Raiders were gonna be so fucking stupid that they would get Chip Kelly, the running back destroyer, to call their offensive plays. And Pete Carroll was going to be literally calling plays from the fifth dimension. He said that he was calling plays that he didn't even know existed.
Damn.
That's what was being said about the offense they were running in Oakland. And Ashton Genty still had like 1,300 yards all purpose. That kid is amazing. Okay. I thought that Ashton Genty was going to get put in in at least a competent offense. I'm not saying that he was going to get Kyle Shanahan, but I was thinking at least like, okay, they're going to put him out wide. They're going to run him. They're going to run him on some inside zones. They're going to throw some screens to him, let him run some routes. Bro, they barely did anything with him. I thought that Genty was going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. But
Yeah.
shout out David Canales. He is a great coach. He has the Panthers playing like a he just has the Panthers playing pretty good football as a unit. Bryce Young still sucks though.
Yeah, he said, we get to the comment. He said, if we don't take a wide receiver in the first, we shouldn't take one in the second either.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm actually okay with
Yeah.
that. If Jacob Rodriguez is there in the second, I'm definitely okay with that.
He said, more spoke highly of it. Vele. Brady is Breeze daddy. Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here with
get
that
this dude
bullshit,
breathe.
man.
Hey, mods.
It's a good route. See, I believe there's a good route to say. I just don't believe that if you go to, I just believe it's kind of like an A.T. Perry situation.
Mhm,
I think we drafted him in the third or fourth round. I feel like if you go to drafting somebody in the, I don't think even if they draft in the second round, third round,
mhm.
or third round, they're gonna be battling for positions. It's like you draft that one. I know we're gonna get production. Uh, I know that the way they're gonna target him to like we're gonna be looking at a different offense this year. We're gonna be looking at. I mean, you talk about a receiver that could just impact the game. That's why these guys get paid. I'm surprised that running backs don't get paid. I know because they say that they don't last long, but I mean, look at Derrick Henry, look at Adrian
Yeah,
Peterson.
but they just intentionally try and hoe the running back
That's fucked
position
up. That's
so that
messed
they
up
can pay
because
the
that
quarterback
you talk
more,
about a running back, bro. That's that's a hard job. Like you getting taking all them hits,
bruh.
but like that's fucked. And look how much a running back can change the game
You got to be a
on your offense. You need a good running back. So for them to pay them like when I seen ETN get 12 mil, I'm like, ooh,
that shit
fuck.
is
Like that,
whack,
they
bro.
happy to get that. I wouldn't even want to be a running back.
That shit
Like
is
receivers
whack,
getting
bro.
like almost just 10 million under like a good rich like Jackson JC get 42, Jamal Chase got 41, Joe Burrow get 55. So, but you as long as you got like 40, you're talking about a difference between 30 mil. I think Saquon Barkley is the highest paid running back. He getting 20 mil,
Mhm.
and that's not that's not that's not shit.
Not
If you
compared to
compare it
what.
to 30 something mil, like the
Yeah,
best
no.
of the line, like a running back should be, if you should be getting like all the skill positions running back, you should be getting like Jamal Chase money if you're the best in the game. Like if you're the best in your position, except for you like a punter or some shit or a kicker, then it's different. But like a skill position, anyone, if you're the best in the at your shit, you should be getting
Mhm.
damn the top dollar. Probably not more than a quarterback, but I mean, fuck.
I mean, that's just another way for these executives to screw over, average, not average players, but players in favor of the quarterback position and the wide receiver position. They
Yeah,
just want to be able to pay these guys as much money as possible.
yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Whew, I feel bad for somebody like come out like, damn, you ain't even. Now, listen, don't get me wrong, bro. 12, that's a lot of fucking money. If you
Yeah.
invest in it, you're gonna be good. But
But if I
you talk
see
about
this
just
nigga
adding
getting
an extra
30,
40, 30 million, that's like play
right.
money. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just go fuck around and just, you know what I'm saying? Just they have a lot of to fall back on when you retire. A lot of shit. Tyrann Matthew, I know safeties don't get paid as much, but they get a decent amount more than a running
I think
back.
they get in the 20s.
Yeah,
They
the
get in
20,
the
so you
20s.
made enough. And that's what I was telling you about when I was saying how they made enough to retire off. Like when I was talking about the I was like, man, they gotta make enough money to retire off. It's all what you do with your money. But I mean, and how you invest in the shit. But I don't know, bro. I want I think I just want Carnell Tate. I don't know what it was. And then I think I just want Carnell Tate if he's sitting there. I just think I'm looking at that. This is what I'm looking at, bro. That fucking average. That's a first down and a half a game.
Yeah, if he can replicate that in our offense, yeah, I think that he would definitely be a good addition. And then he's a good guy too.
Yeah, he's a
You know,
good
you see,
guy,
you
and
see all
he
of his
like New Orleans.
interviews.
Say he wanted to be in New Orleans, and you know how we do with Ohio State receivers. Like all our first round Ohio State receivers have been productive.
Yeah, yeah.
I want
Well,
this
like
motherfucker,
all of our
dog. Like
Ohio
I
State
just,
guys in general, because we had Ted Gein too.
he got swag. That motherfucker got swag. So
He just a cool brother, dog. Like you
yeah, he a
said,
cool brother. And looking at, I didn't even know the motherfucker was 6'3". He's skinny, but he's 6'3". So I mean, like that's big
he
body.
so that's actually how I noticed him was I there was a sideline catch. He has a shit ton of sideline catches on his tape, but there was one in particular where his feet were like on the inside hash, and this
Yeah.
dude's freaking hands were like out of bounds by like a yard. I'm like, ain't no way he's stretching out like that. Though. He looked like Mr. Fantastic.
He's physically gifted. He's athletic. He got it, bro. He looked like his mental. I like his interview that he said. He's like, look, I don't believe a nigga could. Look, I like the confidence. Young brother got swag, man. Give me that nigga, man. Give me that fucking. Give me somebody that I know. Even if he not don't go out there and put up 1,000, like I know for a fact he got that dog in him, bro. And that translate at the next level. Sometimes you can read these niggas and his confidence, bro. You can't shake a brother confidence, bro.
No,
When
no.
some of these guys got it and you don't, that's why you see some people like I tell you, when they get to the pros, bro, you be like, damn, this nigga, what's going on with this nigga? His mind. The
Right.
football, this stuff is mind, bro. This stuff is energetic. I always tell y'all this is an energetic thing. You living in an energetic world. You living in a positive and a negative world. If
Mhm.
you believe positive, think positive thoughts, believe in yourself, that's what's going to happen. If you start doubting yourself, and I told you, bro, I told you about with Racy McMath. I went to school with the nigga, bro. When we played was it John Curtis? I believe we played John Curtis, and he dropping all kind of passes and shit. He got his head down, doubting himself. Like
Right.
they were telling him, he picked it back up, and he got his shit was wavering, bro, because he went like one of the top in the state, went to LSU. You know what I'm saying? Believed in himself a little bit, got a little thing. Then, I mean, like for you not to make it for the Titans, and the Titans had no receivers, and you can't be a number 2, 3 dude out the league. Like in what 1 year after they drafted him I think the motherfucker got drafted in third or fourth round. I went to
I
school with
think he
that
was
dude.
a
It's just his
sixth rounder. I
confidence, bro.
think it was,
When
but he got drafted. He got
you can have
drafted.
all the time in the world. I didn't even see the dude on a no kind of highlight.
I'm trying to see where he's at right now
Yeah,
because I
you
know
could see
he,
where I just that dude was. I know.
yeah,
I
he's
think he
out
out
the
of the league. I ain't
league.
never see shit from him, but I was in school today. I was cool today. We was in the same class, and he was just dude just he was always kind of like that little kid. Like just he was cold. Nigga had the talent, just fucking mind, bro. Mind be some people mind be fucked up.
But that's the best thing about Ohio State guys is Ohio State. They're not out here recruiting guys that are imperfect. A big part of their recruitment process is seeing what type of person you are. And that's why I like Kellen because his process is almost entirely about what type of person you are.
Oh, for
Are
real?
you going to fit in our locker room?
Right,
Because all that other stuff will come. If you can work hard within Kellen Moore's system, he can make the best out of you.
right,
You just need to have that base level talent.
right,
And like I said, I'm definitely not against us drafting Carnell Tate. I just think that there's just better people that could potentially be there at 8, like better positional value, things like that.
right.
Um, and I also just I think that there's some really other great receivers in this class. One of these pods we can talk about guys like Ted Hurst or Skylar Bell, guys where there's a lot of former NFL receivers who do scouting now are saying that these guys are almost at that or like in that conversation in their minds for being like top 5 guys. So
Right.
like, I'm definitely not a yeah. No, Tate is a beast. Tate is definitely a beast. Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm gonna have to these guys. Like I said, man, I just want somebody to go on I just want to take the goddamn top off, man. Just ball out, be dominant, and shit like that, So it's crazy, man. But I hope so, man. Shit, I hope he do his goddamn thing. If he get drafted, I don't know if he's gonna fall that far, but man, look, like I said, I'm taking one of these. I'm taking I just want to take a receiver. I just, I just the impact, man. Like, fuck, because I mean, like I said, you got a good defense. You can't move the fucking ball, man. You just lose like seven. Just can't move the ball. We just seen the offense just still as offense, bro. Like, I just feel like Brandon Staley is such a good coach
Mhm.
defensively that he can make shit work. Got guys playing zone, and you know what I'm saying? Like in any game. Anybody can be off. The defense could be off. You got a good defense. I mean, shit, we just seen the Texans. They had the best defense when their quarterback couldn't get it right. 4 turnovers, couldn't
Yeah,
move the
that's what I was
ball
about
down
to
the
say. That
field.
was a
Like,
unique situation. CJ
right.
Stroud was
And like the
generationally
Texans was
ass this year.
right. And just like with the Broncos and we know if Bo Nix was playing that game, we know they would have won that ten
Oh,
seven. Like he put a Stidham in. I know it's a quarterback, but I'm just saying like quarterback and receiver affect the game to me. I think that's another thing that I think like I think receiver and quarterback affected on the same damn level almost, bro. Because like you can't just have no weapon. Even them last years with Brady, he
yes.
have no weapons. He had to go. Like motherfuckers was getting stale, so he came with Chris Godwin and Mike. Like I still believe you need weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like because you got to be able to move that motherfucking ball, man. Like I believe this dude could move the chains. Him, and then you gotta understand the pressure gonna be taken off Olave.
Yeah.
And then we got to run him back. I just think the offense need to go ahead and get this motherfucking guy. You know what I'm saying? Because just say the Saints not gonna expect to pick in. Just say we picking at 20, like something next year or whatever,
Mhm.
32 hopefully. But I mean, I think you just go ahead and go get these motherfucking weapons, bro. Like I don't think you take this shit for granted when you and pass up on a wide receiver up there. Do you think you like say think about where you come from, Ohio State? You know what I'm saying? Ohio State is known for producing the fucking damn near the best receivers, bro. Jackson
Yeah, I
Smith,
mean,
Ohio State.
at this point.
You know, like come on, that's an LSU shit like that. But
Yeah, I mean,
um,
yeah, it's between LSU and Ohio State, but Ohio State has the current pipeline. In the league, it's obviously gonna be LSU because we got the two best guys. Uh,
that's the weapons. I'm glad Tomlin going for offense. Yeah, he needs some offense, bro. This the offense is just I just can't sit around when I see 18 points a game. And I cause listen, it's gonna get to a point, bro, where you want to see what Shuck can fully do at his highest peak. We don't want to sit here and waste it and be like, look, if Shuck, I believe Shuck is the future.
yeah,
Right? But let's see Shuck at his full potential when surrounded by the best of the talent. Let's get this guy and see him like when Peyton Manning had to go get Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison. And you see him, let's see him at his peak on offense. Like, bro, if we putting up 32, 42 points a game and the defense just say the defense wind up giving up 27, dude, we can still win the fucking game, bro. In the shootout. Like, I'd rather take a shootout winning than maybe bank on this guy like you think like we go get a Mansell Delane. Unless this dude is just the next Marshawn Lattimore or
notice I've never advocated for drafting a cornerback in that top 10 unless he's gonna be a dog. You know, like I like Mansoor, but I wouldn't take him at 8 personally.
yeah, I don't think because I mean like yes you cover up the whole side of Philly in SEC. Now I'm saying SEC, but like you said, you get to college, they got some motherfuckers that's burners. And I'm
Yeah.
not saying that he can't produce. I'm just like I don't I don't know, bro. I'm just I don't know why I just got Jeff Okuda on my mind. Like thinking like this dude was supposed to be the next Darrell Reeves, and it just like you could. What if you fuck up? Like what if this dude is not who he's supposed to be,
See, but
and he
that's the
not
thing
as
with
good?
corners, though. That's why I wouldn't draft a corner top 10 because we don't live in the era of the mirror cornerback anymore.
Right.
We play zone. So if you can't operate in a zone scheme, we can't fucking use you. You know, like
That's true.
you have to be able to one have some range about you. Which how tall is Mansour? He's like 5'11",
Yeah, he
5'11".
like 5'11", 5'10".
You know, like we want like that 6'1", 6'2", we want like that Dalen Everett, we want that Traden Stukes.
Yeah.
If we're gonna go slightly shorter, then we're talking about safety at that point, and then my guy Caleb Downs comes in. But you know how I feel about Caleb Downs. Is the best player in the draft. He's fucking awesome. But like defense. Well, let me before I say that. Tyler Shuck will get better. Our offensive unit will produce more. We just added Travis Etienne. He's gonna be great. Travis Etienne is in for another 1,000-yard season. He has 1,000 yards every season except for one season.
Right.
It's the same story with Chris Olave. 1,000 yards every season except for one season.
And he got
Chris
hurt.
Olave's never really not showed up for us
Yeah, he just
until
got
he was
hurt.
hurt.
Yeah, he did. I'm also
So
I guess
like
you trying to shit on Olave like that.
Well, yeah, I like I said, I have a way of tuning people out when they start saying dumb
Yeah.
shit like that.
Matt
That's
was
why I don't
doing the
listen to
same
Matt
shit, talking about
Discernment.
he not a number one. I told people you got a high one and a low one, bro. Like Devontae Smith, go to anything, he's a low one. You can get 1,000 yards,
Right.
but you gotta once you touching between 14 and 1,700, you a high one. If you touching like T Higgins or somebody, you get bro 1,000 yards in the fucking in NFL. You not that's not to be just taken
No,
for granted. Like
that's hard. That's
that's
really
not
hard to
easy
do.
to do. If you're 1,000 yards at anything like running back of that means you're producing.
Yeah. That is
Like
really fucking hard to do.
it's not no easy shit. You just see niggas that just go above it, but you can't take 1,000 for granted. Like if you feel like Chris Olave can't take that next step, you don't push him out the door. You could turn if he be a two and you won't go get a one, that's fine. But bro, you can get 2,000. It's easy to duplicate and get 2,000 yard receivers in the game.
Right.
That's what you need
Right.
to be working with 2,000 yard receivers in the game. But I'm just not taking no. I mean, I'm be honest with you. I would rather take a wide receiver over like a David Bailey. Like I don't know what these guys gonna be. That's all I'm saying. If this guy, if I know for a fact that this guy is gonna be some shit like Seattle defense, where they just wrecking game, like they could just wreck a game, like
But that's what
uh
I'm saying. That's what I'm
T.J.
saying though.
Watt or Miles Garrett. But I
Mhm.
don't know that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. You say, well, is it how you know Carnell Tate is gonna be this? Okay, I can look at the history. I can look at Ohio State receivers, and I can look at Kellen Moore as an offensive-minded coach. And Kellen knows who he wants. And you can't tell me that this guy ain't gonna be productive because he could go in this anybody could go in the system and be productive. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If
So
he's in the
so
system.
no, but here's where I'll push back, right? The JSN just had a crazy fucking year, right?
All right.
Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl. Who was their number 2 wide receiver?
Cooper Cup.
Cooper Cup. How many yards did he have receiving this year?
I don't know how many.
He had 593 yards receiving this year.
Yeah, but I could push back even more on that because I know this where you was going. Seattle had a number one scoring defense.
They had the number 1 defense in general.
Right. So I'm saying we don't have the number. That's what the point that I made earlier. I'm not disagreeing with you, but that's the point that I made earlier. Unless you got a top five scoring defense, scoring like could get points and turn the ball over, strip
Mhm.
sack, fumble. That's a different not as a different kind of story. When
Mhm.
you're saying that, then you could have a 500-yard receiver, Devon Bailey, somebody like that that could maybe get you 500. But if you're not like the Saints, one creating no turnovers where they were just scoring, running it back and shit like that. Chicago defense where
Ooh.
they was getting takeaways, or even the Pittsburgh Steelers where they had like 6 turnovers in one game. You know what I'm saying? You could watch some games where the Steelers, their secondary was so fucking horrible. If they front seven didn't hit, they wouldn't win in a motherfucking game. You know what I'm saying? The
Mhm.
Daniel Jones was lighting their ass up, but then you had 6 turnovers that they created, and he had 4 of them, 4 turnovers. So unless you
And
got that defense where it's just stifling and smuffling, you know what I'm saying? Like if this is what I'm saying. If David, let's just say David Bailey, right? And as I said, I
Mhm.
can't disagree with you if you feel that high on him. But
David
if
Bailey's
you feel
crazy.
like David Bailey is going, he has to, not is he has to wreck. He has to be the next Miles Garrett or Micah Parsons. If we're talking about not getting a receiver or a mid to level, he got to be able to affect the game. Him and Chase Young on every single play,
Mhm.
And if he can't, to me, it'd be a wasted first round pick because we need something. We gonna like the offense could be more. I feel like Carnell Tate could be more explosive in his production than David Bailey. You're gonna have to be top one. We have to have a top five. So that's the only way it get done is if you just Seattle they number one in scoring. So they didn't need another. They can have a Cooper Cup.
Well, so like if you look at the last 2 years though, the last 2 teams who've won the Super Bowl, they had like those top 3 defenses, you know?
Yeah,
The Eagles, they walked in, they beat the shit out of the. I mean,
they had two. They
they
had two receivers though.
they had 2 receivers, but what was the most important
It
piece of
was a
that offense?
defense. It was a defense.
It was well, the most important piece of that offense. Let's just say the offense. Who was it? You know who it was. It was the
Uh,
nigga that rushed for 2,000
Saquon.
yards.
Yeah,
It was
Saquon.
Saquon, no, like, and
That's
that's what I mean. Like when you have a run, because Devontae Smith, he had like around 800 and like in the mid 800s of yards. He wasn't a 1,000-yard guy, but
And
he did his job very
eight
well.
hundred is highly productive though.
That's what I'm saying. He did his job very well. But when you have a 2,000-yard rusher and you have the best offensive line in football and you have the best defense in football, I mean, that's a Super Bowl team. And you can't cheat that. I don't think it's really worth trying to like move around the issue by trying to just outscore everybody because eventually a good defense is just going to come in and they're going to have studied you and they're going to be like, okay, look, we know what you're going to do in this game state at this point in time, and we're going to stop it from happening. And even if it comes down to the last play, they might just be ready for it. And that's what the best teams do. That's what the Super Bowl champions do. They stuff you.
Well, what about when the first time around when Kansas City played the Eagles? Kansas City had a top 10 defense, bro. And it was getting smashed on
That game
offense.
was that game was
It was
damn
getting
close.
smashed, bro. And it came down to that offense.
Yeah.
It's pick your. Listen, what I'm saying.
See, but
It's
those were
neither
two
case is wrong.
equal.
You can
See, but
pick your
those were two
poison
equal
on it.
teams. Mhm.
But if what I'm saying is if unless you think,
Mhm.
do you think that if you believe that David Bailey can come in and just absolutely fucking wreck the game, absolutely wreck it, then you got a case in point.
Well,
But
David Bailey, David Bailey isn't my like go-to guy. I've said before, Caleb Downs, then Ruben Bain, then David Bailey.
do you even with Caleb Downs like two
Yes,
interceptions last
absolutely.
year? That's not just flipping the game like turn you. What I'm saying, what you seen from these like when you seen against Philadelphia, right? When they
Uh-huh.
beat the shit out, they started off on defense, right? But it was like pressure that like these teams that you saying they had the ability to turn the ball over. You can't just like you could play cover and do this and stuff like that you want, but you can still get exposed in different areas if you can't take a ball away. Sometimes you can't cover a motherfucker that much. That's why you need a
I
post pass rush. So
I
what I'm
think.
saying is, unless you
Mhm.
got a front seven, like everybody hitting, and you think this one guy will just, I don't think it's gonna be one guy that's going. One guy,
So
if I get one guy on the offense, I think it's more potent than unless you're talking about you got. Just say if the Saints trade up and say they got two pick, they could get David Bailey and a Ruben Bain, or both of them. Then we talking two. We talking a different story.
well,
But
so what I'm saying is that I don't think that we even need to do that because we have Chase Young, we have Carl Granderson. I think we just need to add one defensive end, and we
okay.
have Vernon Broughton, who is one of like. So when I was watching him coming out of Texas, Vernon Broughton, his tape scared me. He's a scary defensive tackle. I'm kind of pissed that he was hurt all season last year because our defense would have been that much better. And I know what he's going to do when he comes in this year. Big Vern, he's been gaining weight. He's been lifting weights, brother. It's not going to be anything to fuck with. And I think that we add a defensive end or a safety because obviously we just lost our nickel corner. I would much rather put a Caleb Downs there so that he can come down into the nickel corner spot from safety. Um, he's younger. His tackling instincts are better. I think his game instincts are a lot better than the safeties that we currently have. And yes, Justin Reed, yes, Blackman. Um, now Sanker, I really do think that him and Sanker would just they would flow so well together. Be that nice in the like from the free safety, strong safety standpoint, because that's our defense that we run.
And that's just how. If I feel like this guy is gonna wreck it, if I feel like he gonna wreck this thing, if
What are
I
the
feel like he gonna
chances?
wreck the game, really.
High.
If this motherfucker could be a Miles Garrett or Micah Parsons, then I'm fucking with it. I would take it no doubt. If I feel like he can affect the game at that high rate, you know what I'm saying? Whereas it's
Mhm.
just like I just feel like the safer pick to me in my is if you're trying to build, if you want to see what, because this don't forget this upcoming quarterback draft class should be pretty decent and heavy. So we need to see what if Tyler. I know Tyler Shuck we're gonna do. I want to see Tyler Shuck surrounded by all his weapons,
Mm.
and I don't want no excuses. I want to go into the season being highly productive and know what we got and build around a top talent receiver in Carnell Tate and Chris Olave. That's enough right then and there. We got a running back.
And Devon
That's
Bailey.
I'm fine with that. I just need to solidify this offensive for 18 points a game. It's just that's I don't give a fuck who you playing. You
Yeah.
get 18 points. You can't score the ball or move the ball, and your offense becomes stagnant. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
we
don't see
like
that
Bowie
happening.
was bottom. Dude, we was at the bottom in offense. Like I don't think you take
Yeah, yeah.
a premium for it over. You have to still
I mean,
try
but
to
what
replicate
was
and
one
get
thing that was
points.
super? So where were we handicapped on offense?
Even in the red zone, we couldn't score no fucking points.
No, I'm saying like positionally, where do you think we were
I think
handicapped
wide
on?
receiver, bro, we don't got no pass catches.
So not running back.
No, you right. That's true. You are not running back, but I don't. The running back, I don't think if you got if you just take
If
ETN, you
you
take.
introduce a 1,400-yard rusher into our offense, what do you think that does for our
But I'm
scoring
saying if
ability?
you take ETN, if you take put ETN on the Jags and take Trevor Lawrence off, or take Brian Thomas or one of the pass catchers, or Parker Watson,
Uh-huh.
you take him off, they ain't winning 13 games.
No, but I mean, so they have all those dudes, is what I'm saying though, and they were able to win 13 games because they had a rusher that had like 1,100 or 1,200 yards last year.
But Jacksonville had a better
We didn't
defense
have
than we
that.
did.
Eh,
They was more
yeah,
balanced.
sure.
They
Yeah,
was
sure.
they was they was more balanced than us, and they got people that could attack the. I mean, not only that, but you talk about the coach who's a good coach. They had a decent offense, bro. Like they was consistent. Before Brian Thomas went hurt, they got what they had Travis Hunter.
Well, you're talking about a receiver?
Yeah,
They traded for oh shit.
they
Fuck.
had Brian Thomas.
No, it was Brian Top, but they traded for old boy from the Raiders who's real good. Damn.
Parker Washington.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
Jacoby Myers. Yeah, yeah,
Jacoby
yes,
Myers.
Jacoby
Yeah, Jacoby
Myers. There
Myers
you
was
go.
going nuts this season, dude.
And when hold on, and wait, you said no. When they traded for Jacoby Myers, they was blowing motherfuckers out.
Yeah, yeah.
So and they offense took a huge step up with Jacoby Myers, and you know what I'm saying, he was like a 600-700 yard receiver. Uh, just like you said, y'all think y'all chances y'all. Let me see. He's saying you got to think what y'all chances y'all defense really
I
being
think
chopped
they're
in again.
pretty high. I think they're pretty high because Staley is going nowhere.
And Bailey know what he's doing. That's why I say I don't think it's a. Sometimes like this. Let's go back to what we was just saying earlier. Do you believe in a coach that can develop a player? Do you
Mhm.
believe that Dennis Allen sometimes just uses his talent instead of using up here? So when you get this, what I'm saying, bro. When you
That's
get
what you
these
have to do in the
guys,
man system.
right? When you get these guys that could produce at like you said at this kind of level, it's up here. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes the coach is up here. You got a coach that don't even believe in his own fucking playbook
Mm,
and cause the offense to run, putting guys in the wrong fucking position,
yeah.
and they can't even fucking succeed. That's why ETN had that off season. Then Liam Cohen come back in and look what happened.
Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly, sorry, no coaching. Urban Meyer, no coaching ass.
Yeah, bro.
So I just listen, bro. I've been watching Saints football since 2006, really 2008 when I understood what was going on. And even when we had motherfuckers like Michael Thomas, I mean Marcus Costins and Pierre Thomas and
Mhm.
Lance Moore, Derrick Henderson was pretty decent. In-house names.
Devery.
Them coaches knew what to do with him, but having a guy that I think Kellen Moore is just such a good offensive minded
Hell
coach.
yeah.
He do put up 55 points in the conference championship.
Right.
He was ready to play. If you get this motherfucker the players, these guys can turn this. This is what I'm saying. Kellen, I'm just going off what my coach's strength is. I'm not saying that with Brandon Staley or whatever.
Mm.
Brandon Staley could turn a motherfucker maybe like Chris Johnson in the second round, D'Angelo Pons, right? And go get him like that and make him a base player. Because sometimes he might get a player, and some of these guys might be like, look, man, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to do this and have too much confidence. But I just believe that you can't tell me if you put a player like Carnell Tate in a pass happy offense, this guy not going to, it just can't. I'm just not. I think
Or
this guy,
McCollum.
even if you get 8 to 900 yards, going to be effective. It's
Mm.
going to be extremely effective. And then we're going to have a running back. We got a running back now, running
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
We, all I'm doing is implement what I've seen Kellen Moore do in Philly. Built in the trenches, had a good O line, the best O line. Philly had the best O line in football, and they had a top 5 receiving core.
Well,
That's all I'm. That's what I'm. And
I
I'm
agree
not
with
forgetting about the defense, but
I agree with you, but I'm just not taking it as far as to say that we need to add to make that happen. I think that Kellen Moore is so good that the pieces that we have, including the ones that we could get in the second round, he would be able to put in positions because he's already scouted
Not
these
on
guys.
a. I don't think he
And
not, but he's not really a defensive coordinator. So
no, I'm not talking about defense. I'm talking about offense, right? If we were to get a receiver in the second round, right, I think that that would be a guy that he has looked at extensively, and he would know precisely what he wants to do with that guy. And he's such a good coach that he could scheme this guy open to fit in our offense
he probably
alongside
can,
of Chris
but
Olave,
he
and it
probably
would be
can. But what
easy
if the
for him.
guy don't? What if you know what I'm saying the guy lack confidence or like I mean like
That's
if you I
impossible.
would
We
go with the
wouldn't draft
best
him then.
safest pick that got the higher upside that could be maybe the next Jackson Smith. Just got the potential to be another Jackson Smith and a Jigba. What I'm saying is didn't Carnell take I mean didn't um
Then we should just draft Makai Lemon then.
I'm saying didn't he draft your boy Devontae Smith?
Who,
Was it him that
Kellen?
drafted Devontae Smith?
I don't know. I don't think Kellen was there for his rookie year. I think he came there after he was drafted, but I could be wrong.
I don't disagree with you, bro. I'm not gonna sit up and and he could find a two in the set. I just feel like where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
I feel like after the draft, after Thursday, when
Right.
everything wrapped up on that first round, I'm gonna feel more comfortable about my football team with a player like this on my team instead of guessing with one of these guys could do in the second round, like a Zachariah Branch or
No,
something. I
fuck
know he
no.
can do
Hold
in the
on. Nah. Oh, I mean, we no, fuck no. I'm not talking about a Zachariah Brent.
yeah.
No, hell no. I'm talking about like we in the second round, guys like Chris Brazel, a guy like Chris
I
Bell,
feel like a Marcus Callaway pick to me, man.
a guy. No, fuck no.
Like
A
it just
guy.
feel like I don't think
Marcus
it's
Kelly
nothing that
wasn't even that
I
bad.
hear what you saying, but I just feel like the guy that I'm looking at. I just feel like I know for a fact without 100%. Like it's good to be optimistic, right? I'm not even
Mhm.
disagreeing with you that this motherfucker can't show up,
Right. Right.
right? Like a Chris Brazel. But what I'm saying is my expectation for some of these day two picks is not as high as a bona fide, solidified, knowing for like I said, a project wide receiver. I'm glad he said that. I'm not. Yeah, I'm glad he said. That's what I was. It just read my mind exactly what I was gonna say. Like
Whoa.
Ant said, I'm not drafting a wide receiver in the second. It's either first or we get a late, or he said, or
That's
we get a late
crazy.
project wide receiver.
Why?
Or wait, I'm trying to say I'm not drafting wide receiver in the second. It's either
But
first
why?
or we get it. So you still want a project wide receiver
So he's
because
saying that
the
if we don't go receiver in the second, right? He wants it in the first round. So at 8, he wants a receiver for sure,
but I don't
or
know why
a
he said
or a
it's
project
either first
receiver
or
like
get a second. I thought you didn't want a project. I don't want a project. Like I feel
that's what
like
I'm saying. Why the fuck would we do that?
I don't
Like
want a wide receiver that got a scheme. I want the talent to already be there. I just because I feel like okay, just say we draft and we say I feel like Carnell Tate gets us literally this close to like I believe Carnell Tate is different between seven and 8 games, bro. Like a different than go and get somebody else. But this is not to say that these. This is not to say that uh the guy like a Chris Brazel can't produce.
right.
That would be fun. But I'm saying as I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel like going crazy if we get that kind of receiver. I just feel if you get a motherfucker like this, a bona fide star, I feel so much better about my football team. That's
Yeah,
just
look.
me.
No, I mean, look, the only thing I'll say about that is that I hope that well,
Yeah,
I
like
didn't
this. Wide
yeah,
receiver second round
yeah,
is not a guarantee. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
yeah,
It's like you trying to
I agree with
hit,
that.
but like these guys that y'all saying is not like if they in the second round for a reason. Yeah, because
Uh,
who's lighting it up after 17, 18, no D tackles? Who's really lighting it up? If you good, you going in the high first round, not no 42 and 58 and
and well, I wanted to avoid this conversation because it's about the strength of the wide receiver class. I don't personally believe the wide receiver class is top heavy. I don't believe it at all. I think Makai Lemon is so far and away better than everybody else
yeah,
that
that's what I'm saying.
that at 8, I would not be mad with Makai Lemon. At Carnell Tate, I would be like, okay, he went to Ohio State. So it's not so much about Carnell Tate at that point. It's about where he went to college. But everyone after him, well, with the exception of like 10 guys, right? So in the middle of the wide receiver class, I'd say it's pretty nice. It's
Bro,
pretty
it's a
nice there.
gap. I'm
Second,
saying it's a
like
gap.
second, third guys.
It's a
There's
it's a
maybes.
gap, bro, between
Only
Carnell
because
Tate.
of where they went to school. Like Ted Hurst, only because he went to Georgia State would I say that it's a gap, right? But when I look at Ted Hurst tape, when I look at his hip mobility,
But look who he
his
playing
ability
against.
to break I mean, look, he's still fucking these
He
dudes
is
over.
good. He's playing
He's still
against
fucking
plumbers
these
and
dudes over.
mechanics.
He's still fucking these dudes over. So
Like
Jalen,
you go to
okay,
these D1 schools, look at the competition you playing
well,
against. It's
Jalen,
not like you going against SEC or Big Ten competition.
hold on. Jalen, just say that then, bro. Don't say all that other stuff.
I
You had me tripping for a second, bro. Don't just say you rather
don't think
double
this
up on
wide receiver
defense.
class is deep.
We
I don't
I,
think it's deep. I'm
I think
not, listen, I'm just telling you how I feel. It's in my spirit. I'm telling you straight. I would not be happy. I listen, as much as I do want somebody, Billy, in the I don't feel confident. Not the Saints. This said the Saints was picking at like 17. That's why they need to trade in.
mm,
If the Saints are picking at like 17, then I'm fucking right. I'm taking the defensive thing because I could still maybe get a Makai Lemon, maybe. No, she said they had 13 and 8. I know I could go get this defensive player, and then I could
mm.
get Makai Lemon at 13 before the Ram snatching.
or
But
or
if you
or
telling
or
me I'm going buck wild, if you
mm.
telling me I'm going batshit crazy
Mm.
over a Ted Hurst or Zachariah Branch or one of these, I'm just not. That's not.
Stop saying Zachariah Branch because I am not. Zachariah Branch is a fifth round receiver. I,
But he
I
good in
would
the
never
special
take him
teams
before the
game.
fifth round. I would never take Zachariah Branch before the fifth round. It
They
was
got
that now
motherfuckers
that
talking
is
about Branch like he
look
just said Branch is
look
nasty.
that is the only pick that if we made that pick in the second round, I would turn the TV off. I wouldn't watch the rest of the draft. I'd be pissed off. I'd actually be mad. I'm like Zachariah, why? Why would we draft him at 42?
Yeah, if y'all get Cooper Jr., I mean
Sherrod Cooper
that's decent
Jr., Jeremy
for.
Bernard, Ted Hurst, Chris Brazzell, I mean, they got guys.
He said
These are
like so Tyrone saying if he get Cooper Jr. Okay, y'all got DK Metcalf and Michael Pittman. So Cooper Jr. being
Cooper
y'all third
Jr.
option, that's fine. That's not the position we in. The position we in, we need a number two. We need. I know y'all need number two too, but y'all got basically a number two in Michael Pittman. But we need a fucking. We He said Billy, you're drunk.
Tyrone is pissing me off.
He said
Tyrone is
Billy, you're
genuinely
drunk. Second or
Tyrone is
third,
genuinely
left my ass
pissing me
off.
off right now. Dog.
They say he good in punt return. That's
Man,
what I
fuck
heard.
that. Hey, Tyrone, that hoodie is ugly, bro. Take that bitch off, dog.
And I mean, like, listen, dog, I'm just be honest with you. I'm not gonna feel right. My stomach ain't gonna feel right after this shit. I just don't want it, bro. Like, I just don't.
Well, no, I mean, look, don't think about it like that. Like I said, if we like, let's just say we do end up getting Carnell Tate, right?
Right.
I am not mad at that pick. Matter of fact, I'm happy we made that pick because that means so we went to the Ohio State Pro Day. We saw him work out.
Right.
We took him, Caleb Downs, and Arvell Reese and Sonny Styles out to a private dinner after. So we had
I
extensive
wouldn't have took
conversations
Sonny
with him.
Styles out to a private dinner.
Shit. But we did though. And we got to know these guys a little bit better.
No
Then we
disrespect,
brought in
man.
Carnell Tate for a private workout here. So that means we did our homework.
I'll be
All that
honest with
means is
you,
that we did
bro.
our homework.
And y'all heard it here first, right?
Carnell
I'm
Tate
just
would be
going
a
ahead and
great
say
pick.
this. I don't know what it is. It's feeling in my stomach. I
Mm.
think Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, David. I think all these guys are gonna underperform. I just think they're gonna underperform. I think they
I
overrated.
think Arvell Reese will. I think Sonny
Fucking
Styles is going to
overrated,
shock
bro.
people. I think Sonny Styles will genuinely shock people because they're not.
No.
Sonny Styles is not going to get put in the box of being a pass rusher, and I
If they
think that
prove me
that's where.
wrong, if they prove me
Mm.
wrong, I'm fine. I don't want them to say I want a guy to have a fucked up career. When I say they're overrated, I don't think they're gonna be wrecking. I just don't feel like they're gonna wreck no fucking game like a Miles Garrett or some shit. I just don't. This is what this is what I feel. Right, this is what I
Um,
feel. I feel like we closer to making the playoffs, making the championship. If I can't like if this say we get an all, I don't. Then we go get an Arvell Reese or a David Bailey, right? And the way these guys scheming for sure, I just don't think a defensive end is gonna just take our team over the edge. I feel like if we get a wide receiver, I'm done thinking about that. I'm done thinking about what we gonna
yeah.
do at the wide. We addressed like the time when we needed Chris Olave and we drafted him. Like I don't have to worry about offense. I'm not my mind is not gonna be on offense.
Mm,
Our offense don't even have to be blowing people out. It just got to
mm,
be elite. They got to be top 10. We don't have to have the
right.
number one offense. We got the number one offense don't always win.
They
It's
can
the
be top
balance of the
15. It just
team.
doesn't need to be bottom 25. Yeah, I
But
agree.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
agree.
Like the balance of the team, you don't never really see the. I mean, the Lions had the number one offense a year ago. They didn't make the. They didn't. They got knocked out in the first round. It's
Right.
not always the best offense. It's the balance of you have to have at least a top 10 offense, a decent offense with a solid or elite defense. Like, but
Right.
what I'm saying is, our offense is so fucking at the bottom, bro. Like, I know Travis Etienne, but that's not enough for me. A running back, you got to have a running back and a wide receiver to solidify. Not only thinking about
Mm.
what Chris Olave can or can't. Like, we don't know. This dude just had a blood clot in week 18. If
Blood
if that
clot.
was the case, he wouldn't even made the playoff game.
Look, look, look. Well, like I said, dude, again, I trust Kellen Moore's process. I trust Mickey's process. If they come back with Carnell Tate, if they come back with Makai Lemon, I'm not mad. Like, look, those are great picks in my opinion. I couldn't be happier with those
You don't
picks.
want no
Like,
fucking Makai. That
yes,
nigga lied his ass, but you don't want no fucking Makai living.
Makai Lemon Cole. What you
You
mean?
want who you want, nigga?
So out of the offensive players,
Who you want
I,
on defense? You go ahead and tell us your pick.
Caleb Downs. But
Okay, okay.
on
But they said our
offense,
safeties is pretty decent. That's why some people don't want a three. I know Jay Lyden want a three safety set. Like, I don't think there's no room for Caleb down. I think you're gonna go to the Bengals.
shit, I think somebody's getting cut if we get Caleb Downs, somebody's getting fucking cut.
Cause then they just re-signed what that was, Reed or
Blackman,
Blackman?
Blackman, yeah, we resigned
Unless you
Blackman.
think you gonna move Jonas Sanka to a corner.
No, I think that Blackman gets. I think Blackman gets cut
Wait, then they
or
just signed him?
traded. He did. He got. I think he got
He
a
got re-signed. They ain't gonna
restructure. I
re-sign a
think
cut. They
no. I
gonna just
think he
let
got a restructure. I think he got a restructure. But I'm gonna look into it, and when we get on tomorrow, I'm gonna tell you how
okay.
his contract's looking. But I think we restructured Blackman with that resign. I think it's a much more manageable contract in the event that we do trade him. Because if we do end up taking Downs, if he falls to us, I don't see where Blackman fits in. I think Caleb is. I think he's gonna come out of college being better than Blackman.
I don't know if Caleb Downs. If
That
he
nigga's
fall that
cold.
far, I think
Nah,
if we
he's
don't
cold,
take him,
bro.
I think Cincinnati take him. I think
I
Cincinnati might fuck around and trade up and get that. They really want Caleb Downs
Well, but
bad.
like at that point, it's just about the natural flow of the draft. Like you're gonna have some offensive linemen go. Like there's gonna be guys who get drafted in the top 10 that nobody's fucking talking about.
I don't want no
Like
fucking offensive lineman, dog.
no, I'm not talking about us, but I mean teams before us, like Tennessee. Tennessee, everybody's thinking that they're gonna draft Jeremiah Love, and I'm like, well, Tennessee needs offensive fucking linemen. Like that team sucks. They need to just go on ahead and build their interior, and they need to draft like Vega, or they need to draft Fano or Yanacho or Freeling, somebody like
Ooh,
that.
Lord
They
have
don't
mercy. I don't. I mean, I'm definitely not. Just me,
look.
I'm just
Tennessee
not passing
sucks,
up on no fucking receiver, especially if you're trying to get Cam Ward some help.
but we don't suck though. That's what I'm saying. We
But
don't
one
suck.
player, I don't think one player is not gonna stop a whole line of blocking motherfuckers.
But it's a start though. Like
It is a start, but that's why I believe you trade or
you
you
can't
move
have
up.
Cam Ward just standing back there getting fucking
Shit, if he could, okay, but
annihilated.
what happened with Jamar Chase when remember they were gonna take Penny Sewell?
Right.
They said fuck that nigga, and they went to the Super Bowl, and they would have won a Super Bowl if it wasn't for that motherfucking fake ass holding call. I don't listen. I'm not saying you wrong, bro. Like if they got a guy, I just feel like offensive like I don't like that's gonna be like I don't have the patience to take an offensive tackle. I'm
He
gonna
said
try
I
to
don't have the
that's
patience.
just too much
He gonna
patience for me to
crash
try to
out.
get this right. Not if he's gonna be a bust, but to know if I go get a skill player, I'm more because like some of these old tackles, I look at Trevor Penny, bro. Like that bitch was
You
a
heard it
bust.
here first, guys. There's gonna be an Izzy-sized hole in his wall if we draft an offensive
Dude,
lineman.
I'm
He's
a
gonna
fucking
crash out.
stone cold. I'm a Batista bound the shit out of Mickey Loomis.
He's gonna crash out,
I
dog.
don't want no motherfucking offensive line, bro. Like we Cesar Ruiz, that's one piece, bro. Like that's not going like the Patriots had a fucked up O line. I'm talking about bad O lines, like all across.
Shit, that shit was trash, dog.
They shit was trash. Seattle shit was trash. Cincinnati when they
It's
went
that,
out, it was trash.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is, we don't. Our offensive line is not trash. Fargo is good. Calvin
Banks,
Banks was just
Fuaga,
drafted good.
Ruiz,
Eric McCoy. Did we just got David Edwards?
McCoy.
Fuck
Oh,
Cedar
David
Williams. He
Edwards.
not really up to par. Fuck him. But I'm not gonna take no motherfucking. I don't give a bro. He gotta have somebody to throw it to. You gonna be standing back there and everybody gonna be fucking covered. Cause
I want
nobody
Vega
can't get
too.
fucking open.
Hey, Tyrone, I want Vega as well. Now, like
No, I
again,
don't. I disagree with this comment,
again,
bro.
again. Look,
I disagree with this comment, bro.
no,
Let
I'm
me
not
go tell
saying
y'all
at 8.
Seattle what Seattle
I'm
was
not
ranked
saying at
at.
8. I'm not saying at 8. I'm not saying at 8. But
Let me see.
hold on, wait.
Seattle, watch this. Y'all gonna be shocked.
Seattle's offensive line is insane. But
No, it's not. It was ranked 30th.
nah, when you're getting that ball out that fast, bro,
All right, you think that? I looked at. I was
it's pretty
shocked.
nice.
Watch this. Seattle Seahawks.
I know what
Oh,
they
what the
were
fuck I was
ranked.
looking
I
at?
know what they were ranked, but again, like I don't think that tells the whole story.
Yeah,
I
but I'm
watched the
just
game.
saying, bro. Like that offensive, even who made it to the Super Bowl on the other side? The worst defense in football.
Yeah, dude. We
Offensive
got last place
line,
schedule versus a team that was literally blowing everybody out by like fucking 20 points, man. Like
because they had offense. Look, these dudes. Look,
Seattle
bro.
was,
They shit was
and
30th,
their defense was crazy.
bro. Seattle Seahawks offensive line frequently ranked among the worst in the
Yeah, yeah.
NFL.
I mean,
30th,
look,
bro.
like I said, I know what they were ranked, but I watched those games and I remember specifically Sam Darnold. He's getting that ball out fast, man.
Yeah, he getting out fast, but see if he getting out fast and shit like that, and then you got this bitch
Include
that
Kubiak's system. That's
Kenneth Walker
coaching.
and shit. Um, but this is the thing, right? I'm saying that you could make it there with a bad. People say the O line is the most of all. I can further disagree with that. Fuck no, bro.
No, but think about how much shit had to go right for the Patriots to end up in the Super Bowl. They had to get the bye, right? Then they had to somehow CJ Stroud had to throw like four or had to have like four turnovers in that game.
Yeah, but
Bo Nix
what
had
I'm
to get
saying,
hurt
what I'm saying is,
and then play in the
either
snow.
way it go, bro. Either way it go, I'm saying like Seattle had 31st, bro. We just seen it. The Bengals
Yeah, fair enough.
had they had bad O line. If you got atone for it on the other side, like O line, bro, you got somebody to throw the fucking ball to, bro. You can't just not throw the ball to somebody. Like that's I kind of believe with Lamar Jackson. He had a decent O line, but they could run the ball, but he ain't no fucking pass catches like that. That was really his
Yeah,
issue.
nah, they got fucking Zay Flowers. That's their number one
Zay
receiver.
Flowers ain't no
Fucking
he
ass,
ain't
though.
no motherfucking he top 10 maybe, but he ain't no motherfucking number
Zay
one.
Flowers top 10?
He top 10 probably, but he ain't no Jamar Chase.
Oh man, is Zay Flowers? Nah, ain't no way Zay Flowers.
He ain't no motherfucking Jamar. He might not be top 10, but he not no Jamar Chase, bro.
Fuck
Washed
no.
up ass DeAndre Hopkins and shit.
I'm trying. Let me think. Let me think. So you
Like
Zay
Pittsburgh had a fucked up O line, and it was pretty. They could get the ball out. Aaron Rodgers was getting the ball out quick.
CD
Let me see.
Jamar
I just don't believe in that O
Justin.
line. I believe you could have a few pieces on the O line. I believe 2, 3 pieces at minimum. We got 4 of them. I'm just not. I'm not taking a guard in
Yeah,
the first round. I'm just
I
not.
could see. I could see Flowers being top 15 just based off of his usage, but he's ass, dog.
Yeah,
I
like
do
top
not
50.
like
But I'm
watching
saying
him
that's
run
what I'm saying.
fucking.
He had no receivers like that.
Yeah, yeah, nah.
You need receivers, man. Like, and they'll say, well, Kansas City, stop it. Kelsey was enough to and with a top 10 defense.
Who Tyreek?
Fucking what's the
Tyreek
dude
wasn't
name is
there.
that was Jadarius Sneed, dude was literally the best cornerback in football.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
and punched
yeah.
the bitch out at the one like our O line was top 10 ranked
But then
7
they
out of
had George Karlaftis and Chris Jones and all those crazy
okay.
gigantic defensive linemen they had to. I mean, the Chiefs had an insane defense for you, and they had Spagnola calling it. So
He says offense was top 10. You're right. Y'all all on was top 10 and y'all lost in the first round because y'all didn't have no pass catch. Y'all put up 6 points. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
uh,
you gotta have somebody to throw the fucking ball to. DK
you
when
know what
DK got
I
locked
think it
up.
was? You know what I think it was with the Steelers? Arthur Smith's bitch ass dog. Arthur Smith is ass.
He a sorry ass coach, but they like you said he can't scheme guys open. The offense. Calvin Austin the third inconsistent. You got guys. I'm just saying like that's DK is inconsistent.
Yeah,
And then the number
I agree
two,
with that.
you gotta have a fucking wide receiver too, unless you got a top 5 scoring defense. You
Yeah, but
gotta
you
have.
can't
Why the fuck
rely.
you
You
think
can't rely.
Brady kept getting top 10 fucking defenses?
Oh
Scoring
yeah, nah, but see,
defenses.
but that's kind of my blueprint though, right? Like I'm not a fan of reinventing the wheel to try and find like a potentially better way. I know what works. You know, you need to have
Yeah, sure.
a pretty much a great defense, not a good defense. You need to pretty much have a great defense
Okay, but do you hold up? Do you
and
think
a
it's
good
harder
enough
to build a
offense.
defense than it is an offense?
Absolutely.
My thing, bro.
Absolutely. But
It's
I
hard
mean,
to
like,
find no
that doesn't mean
motherfuckers.
see, but that doesn't mean you stop looking. You know,
Yeah, I don't. Mm.
if you have if Bill Belichick just said like I'm not gonna look for these gems in like the third and the fourth round like he was able to find on a lot of years, and if he wasn't willing to pull the trigger on guys in the first or second round on defense, they would have never won fucking more than one or two rings.
Yeah, but do you feel like it's more of an offensive league?
Right now,
Yeah.
define that for me. I don't
Like,
know what you
yeah,
mean.
we see some defensive teams coming up, but like we see that they had we see that Seattle had an elite defense. We also seen they had, arguably you could say the I mean the what the dude JSN just won a goddamn
Yes, I know.
OPOY. So um
I think that the NFL has finally gotten to where it should have always been. I
yeah,
don't think it's any one side of the ball's league anymore. I don't think that it's a defensive or an offensive league. I just think that good football teams are starting to win a
yeah.
lot of games and starting to get to the Super Bowl. You have Patrick Mahomes on the Chiefs, right? For
Mhm.
years they were like the most high-powered offense with Tyreek Hill and stuff like that.
Right.
Soon as that's no longer the case, the Eagles walk in and they beat the dog shit out of them
Yeah,
on both sides of the ball.
yeah,
Both
they
sides of the
did.
ball.
They did.
Then you see the Seahawks, they get matched up with, and in my opinion, what was an easy matchup against the Patriots. I knew going into that game the Seahawks were about to fucking destroy them. I think it could have been worse, to be honest with you. I really do think it could have been a whole lot worse. Like if
Yeah.
Christian Gonzalez was not on the field for the Patriots, brother, the Seahawks
Yeah.
might have scored 50 on their ass, bro. 50 balled in the Super Bowl would have been amazing to see. But
Right.
Christian Gonzalez was there and he saved some touchdown plays
Yeah,
that
that's
Sam
true,
Darnold
bro.
threw.
That's true, and that's why I do agree with. Let me give you. I do agree with your statement. Like when you say it is a best of 11. Some people narrate it on the quarterback. We see that Sam Darnold wasn't the best quarterback in football yet. He won it before, and that's why I say that it's a team game. Like when
Mhm.
people talk about Brady with this, like so Sam Darnold got his Super Bowl before Josh Allen, but yet you don't know and Lamar Jackson. So it's like you don't
And
know
Joe.
Angel Burrow. So it's like
Yep.
you gotta if you can draft right and draft good, you got excellent scouts,
Yep.
then you should be able to do that. If
Yep.
you dedicated to doing it, some of these guys we want to get quick, fast picks, and everybody's just different. So I mean, like depending on how you move it, bro, it's like fuck. Any nigga could be cold. Any nigga, I just trust the officer. Like the officer is the easier, more firepower. Like you see more offensive players. Like you see, oh, receiver, he gonna be good. T top, because you see the production and defense is schemes, is everything, bro. Like you gotta know how to put some. That's why you see some guys that's fourth, fifth round picks be good and they hitting like the Eagles hitting on their picks, the Seahawks hitting on their picks. Cause it's your defense is harder to draft. It's harder to plug and play guys, and it's everybody don't think like that, man. It all depends on your GM and shit. Like the Patriots did it the way it was supposed to be done. That are focusing on one side of the ball. Cause like you said, you can see the Bengals. They focus on one side of the ball. Which Bengals was stupid. They just let all these motherfuckers, Vine Bell, Jesse
Mhm.
Bates, they all these people walk, and they never was the same. You putting up 30 points and you're losing in shootouts, like because your defense is the fucking worst. Because now you just putting anybody and thinking you could just insert anybody in the lineup. No, these guys were pros, and Vine Bell, all they got all our fucking players like Trey Hendrickson, Vine Bell, Eli Apple, and they was at a decent defense.
See,
But
but like think about the Seahawks though, right? So like on the talk about offense versus defense, we saw JSN like in his ascendance into the league, but nobody noticed Leonard Williams and Byron Murphy, you know,
yeah,
just like literally just being game wreckers in the middle of the field at defensive tackle. Nobody noticed it because it wasn't the fun thing to watch.
Right.
But I told you, my best friend, I was just in his wedding. He's from Washington. He's from Seattle. He got me on the Seahawks when we were in college, and I watch their games pretty closely. And
Oh
I've
shit, it's
been,
coming out.
I've been seeing Leonard
Hope you
Williams
ain't no
tear it up
motherfucking
for.
Seahawks fan.
Nah. But I do respect the team, and I respect the way Schneider builds his team.
Yeah.
He looks for good athletes at every point of attack. He's got Iman Wari and Wosu and all those guys. He's
Yeah.
not afraid to go out there and pick these really good players,
Yeah.
regardless of what the positional need of the team might be at the time. He knows that these guys, and that's something that fucking what's my guy's name, bro? That's something that Mike McDonald is really good at, is taking guys, taking what he's given, as long as they're good football players, and putting them in positions to win games.
That's why, like you said, start up front, man. It started the GM. Like you can say the same thing like with Pittsburgh and some of these teams like that they just stopped drafting well. Like they couldn't find a quarterback, and like New England, like bro, you could literally see New England, one of the best ran for because of like just in the Super Bowl again with the Tom Brady shit. That's how you know it's more of a system because if your GM, bro, it started at the GM. It really starts at the GM and knowing how to scout guys. If you can scout guys, get your scout team in order, the best at it, and really work. Some people try to bullshit the draft or like defense. Like people don't really want to do it as far as. Well, I'm not talking about for the last year. Y'all couldn't find a quarterback, so that's what I'm saying. I'm saying y'all was had the draft going and stuff like that, drafting AB, finally hitting gems, but then it's like I guess lazy. I don't know what kicked in, but y'all couldn't find a fucking quarterback. And y'all had good defenses, but y'all just couldn't find like Pittsburgh had one of the best defenses for a minute, but they couldn't find a quarterback. And you can't find a motherfucking quarterback, you're not gonna win that many games.
You know what I think it was? I think it's the curse of not picking Lamar Jackson, dude.
You think what?
I think it's the curse of not picking Lamar Jackson.
Ooh, that came back to fuck everybody up, bro. I
That's what
want
I'm
it,
saying,
man.
dude.
Who we had on 2019? I don't know why the fuck they didn't. Wait, who did we pick in 2019 for
Brother,
to
we
help
picked like
out
a
Breeze?
fucking. That might have been Brian Brzee, to be honest with you.
Oh,
Hold
you
on.
lying
Nah, hold
dog?
on.
That
I'm about to,
fucking
I'm about to look
bust.
it up. I'm about to look it up. Hold on.
They picked that bitch ass nigga fifth option up, bro. Drunk trash ass nigga didn't do nothing, man.
That might have been Marcus Davenport, actually. Hold on. Let me
Probably
see.
so, bro. Yeah, I think it
No,
was.
no, no,
It
no,
was
no,
him.
no, 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 no. It
Or with
wasn't. No, it
Sheldon
wasn't. No, it
Richardson
wasn't.
rankings.
Hold on. We
Man, you
got.
gotta stop saying this. He said Lamar 3-5 in the playoff stop. I'm glad we didn't, bro. Lamar on the fucking Steelers, y'all would have been won a Super
Come
Bowl,
on
nigga.
now.
Stop,
Yeah, y'all's
bro.
defense
Stop
with
it, bro.
Lamar helming that offense,
Come on,
y'all
man. You
y'all
gotta
probably
stop
would have
that
been in the
shit.
Super Bowl at this point.
The
I ain't gonna
Lamar
lie to
hatred, bro. Lamar. You gotta think about the
you.
games that Lamar
Get
had
that
though.
hate out your heart, dog. You
Bro,
really got to
Lamar
get that
had
hate out.
games like Zay Flowers fumbled on the 1 yard line. Lamar had games where Mark Andrews literally dropped a fucking 2 point conversion. Yeah, I'm not saying Lamar didn't play all good. Like, yeah, he had Lamar start off bad to the playoffs, but like you said, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. He still finished the game with a high passer rating, and they just couldn't get the job done. Um, you could go to that like you said, well, Lamar beat y'all in the playoffs. You could go to I don't think playoffs is really that implic. I mean, like, didn't Peyton Manning have a fucked up playoff career?
Hey, you're gonna be mad as shit. Yeah, it was Marcus Davenport that
Oh
we
yeah, that's
drafted in the
sorry,
first round.
motherfucker.
At 14, we drafted him at 14. I
That's
remember that
fucking
shit.
crazy. And didn't leave that. Didn't Peyton Manning have a bad playoff career to start it off?
Peyton Manning had a bad career, period. He set a record that hasn't been broken. You know what that record is?
28 picks.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
single
that's
season
ridiculous,
interceptions
bro.
record, bro. People were jumping on Shadur about 10, bro. This nigga threw 28 in him, bro.
Yeah, yeah, that's. But like what I'm saying, what he said with Lamar, bro. Lamar with like I gotta think about uh with Harbaugh, like bro. What I'm saying is the Harbaugh had that team ready to fucking play. You talking about Coach Tomlin in his prime with that defense, and because you gotta think about it, Pittsburgh was getting to the playoffs every year. Every year they get to the playoffs with a decent defense. It's just the offense didn't have no firepower. You add Lamar Jackson to that team, bro, y'all probably get 2 championships, bro. I mean, I'm just being
I-
real, bro.
That's what
Y'all didn't have a fucking quarterback. Y'all was still making it to the playoff. All y'all was missing was a fucking quarterback
that's
for
it.
literally like 5 straight years.
That's it.
Like y'all literally was playing. motherfuckers like Kyle, Mason Rudolph. And you imagine if Lamar was on there, and you just go get with think about Lamar Jackson, even with Jalen Warren, or somebody like what that could do an RPO, Kenny get man, that dude would thrive in that shit. He was doing shit with Gus Edwards and motherfuckers like you didn't even know, bro. That offense, but y'all could have, I'm telling you, bro, y'all could have won by 2 Super Bowls with Lamar, because Pittsburgh was more all was brand better than the Ravens. The Ravens, when they had Flacco, they ain't never been back since. But nah, bro, y'all should have drafted Lamar. Should have let Ben sit his ass down and rot and draft Lamar, bro. You wouldn't be saying if Lamar was on the team, bro. You just
He
saying it because
wouldn't
he
be
in your
saying nah.
division.
He definitely wouldn't be saying that
Come
shit.
on, man. Like you gotta
That's some
stop that
crazy
Lamar
shit to
shit.
say. Cause
Like we
like
know
like
Lamar.
on the note of Harbaugh, bruh, there'd be plays in crunch time in like the fourth quarter, and
Yeah.
they show the in the cameraman, the cameraman, this is why I love NFL cameramen, bro. They'll show the sideline and they'll show Derrick Henry just sitting on the fucking sideline.
Yeah, that's
Looking
crazy.
fed up, like literally looking fed up. I'm like, why is Derrick Henry on the sideline right now, dog?
That's
Y'all are down
crazy,
by a
bro.
touchdown. What the fuck are we
Yeah,
doing?
that's crazy, bro. But look, I'm finna we get ready to end the stream. I gotta get my food. Appreciate you, Billy, for coming up here, bro. And I'll catch you tomorrow, brother.
All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy tonight.
Y'all take it easy. All right, TK. Love you, Billy, man. Love y'all, brother.
Yes, sir.
Come on.